Talk about the mystery of your dad abandoning you. Your dad abandoned you because you're gay. Is your dad homophobic? What the fuck? Well, I'm your dad now, and I love and respect you, son. You know, love is love. I respect your choice to be a homosexual. Hello, everyone. Hello, LGBTQs. How did he know I was gay when I was born? He just took one look at you. He took one look at you and said, nah, nah, this fucker is gay. Hey, bye, hi, Stupid Panzer, hi, Shady, hi, Aaron, hi, Atlas, hi, Jelly Key, and the Freaks, what's up? Oh my god, I'm gonna McFreak it. I'm McFreaking it. I'm straight, thanks for telling me. I'm very secure on my sexuality, okay? But yeah. We got a gay panzer in the chat, hello, hello. This literally isn't April Fool's because when I was making the schedule and shit, like, I didn't know it was April Fool's until, like, 2 days ago. I forgot. So I didn't, like, plan anything. Make sure to click on the link. Click on that shit. I worked really, 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 really hard on it. How do I forgore? I just forgore. I always forget. I never know when the end of a month is. It always, like, jump scares me. I'm like, oh, March is over. Okay, I guess. I don't know. Also, I think my roommate and her friend are outside my door. Hello. Say hi. Okay, let me show you guys one of my favorite shows on television. Mysteries of the Abandoned. Mysteries of the Abandoned is on the History Channel, and it's exactly what it fucking sounds like. They just go to abandoned places, and they talk about them. And there's one full episode on YouTube. There's one full episode on YouTube, and then there's a bunch of fucking clips and shit, and I love this show so much. Watch a stream get copyright claimed? Nah. First of all, we probably won't watch the whole thing, and second of all, it's literally like on YouTube. I'm gonna skip to like the good part. Also, if it's about to get copyright claimed, it'll tell me before the stream goes down, and then I can edit it after. It's Mysteries of the Abandoned. Who gives a fuck? No one even likes this show except for me. And then, like, let's just look at fucking abandoned buildings. Hope I had fun at the convention. The convention is next weekend. Bye, hi, Cole. I am.
Abandoned concrete
oh my god,
pyramid
it sounds really
dominating
loud.
the American Midwest.
Is it loud for you guys?
Like the set of some temple of doom.
This show is fire. Can you guys hear it?
Rusting away at sea.
Too quiet?
Aliens are standing out in the water. It's quite a sight to see.
And one of the biggest machines ever built, forgotten in a field.
I've actually seen this episode before. I've actually seen every episode of Mysteries of the Abandoned.
Once, they were some of the most
Can you hear it better now?
structures and facilities on the planet. At the cutting edge of design and construction.
Can you hear it now?
Today, they stand abandoned, contaminated, and sometimes deadly.
Look, it's deadly, bro. Like, and they just go, like, down there and shit.
And why
I love this
were
show.
they abandoned?
What is this show about? Abandoned buildings. They're just gonna go to abandoned buildings. And I'm just gonna settle in, chill. Dude, I love big, broken machines. Abandoned mall, when? So they usually go to places that are, older than abandoned malls. No! A warning, heads up, we've detected copyrighted video in our stream. Okay, I guess we can't watch this. How is this random ass channel allowed to upload full episodes? But Fine, we're not watching this. We're just gonna watch top 10 videos then. Fuck you.
Underwater aquarium at Silver.
That's so weird. They're much stricter about live. Bakamitai. Make the screen black and white and flip it. No, I'm not trying to make it ugly. Dame dame. Dame yo. Dame nano yo. あんたは好きで好き好きでどれだけ君にくべてよさよならはバカみたい I'm a singer now, guys.
Key. There is a creepy abandoned aquarium on.
What there's you seriously never played Yakuza? I don't have to play Yakuza to be in on the funny. Dude, there's an abandoned aquarium? Holy shit. I'm gonna do an aquarium stream probably next week.
Silver Key
Why would
in the
they
city of
abandon... You should watch ant videos? Maybe. I don't know. Ants kind of freak me out.
Nassau in the Bahamas.
You guys know what I learned recently? What a rat king is? I don't like it.
It's called the Coral Island Marine Park, and once upon a time, it was a bustling tourist destination. The aquarium originally opened in 1987 and was one of
Is that the bite of 87?
the biggest parks of its kind at the time.
Bro, this looks
There's a
crazy.
museum as well as an underwater observatory.
It goes under the water? I want to go there.
Tourists could check out sharks, turtles, stingrays, and there were snorkeling trails where they could see wildlife
What, you can
in its
snorkel?
natural habitat. It was honestly one of the greatest underwater marine viewing parks ever.
Why did it close?
Alas, the fun didn't last forever, though. When
Oh.
Hurricane Floyd
I said there was a hurricane.
hit the Bahamas in 1999, it caused significant
Oh, it was in the
damage.
Bahamas.
The marine park was partly destroyed, which caused it to be temporarily shut
Okay,
down.
show me the
But
abandoned part.
unfortunately, it never reopened. The park has been abandoned
Whoa, that's like so creepy. It's just like a like watchtower out there.
ever since and basically completely forgotten. Tour guides don't even know what the structure used to be.
Maybe they don't know. How do they not know though? How do you not know that? Like clearly it's not a big
Tourists think
secret.
It's an abandoned lighthouse, but the truth is
It's not a
that this was once a
what kind of
street.
idiot thinks it's a lighthouse?
They just tell tourists that it's
What kind of idiot would believe that this is a lighthouse? There's no light. Also, lighthouses are on the shore. That's their purpose, to tell ships that that they're near the shore. Idiots!
forgotten.
God, I love lighthouses. God, I fucking love lighthouse.
Tour guides don't even know what the structure used to be. They just tell tourists that it's an
How do
abandoned
they fucking
lighthouse.
tell people
But
it's a
the truth
lighthouse?
is that this was once a place where you could literally walk underwater.
People
and
don't know what a
interact with some of
lighthouse
the most
is.
Fascinating marine creatures in the world.
No, you're not really
This
late.
looks
I started
creepy,
later
like an
tonight.
Underwater space needle.
You watched Lighthouse the movie? Yes, I have. It's pretty good.
Burwash Correctional Center.
She didn't even show. Wait, I want to know what it looks like underwater. What was it called? Underwater aquarium at Silver City? Jesus. I want to see the underwater. We've got hyperlink videos. You could put it on Discord. Whoa! Oh my god. Thousands of exotic fish have turned up at this shopping mall. Oh. Looks nasty, but are those... Oh, you guys know, I was watching an anime about aquarium. The like Aquatrope and the White Sand. That show was so good. Shout out to the Aquatrope and the White Sand. Yeah, dude, they should film a horror movie. Say water really been a bit scared of the ocean? No, I'm totally scared of the ocean. I love pictures and videos of the ocean. They make me not want to go in it even more.
Fascinating marine creature.
I have no idea. I mean, like, the ocean, like, ecosystems are really fucked up, like, all over the place. There's so many, there's, like, Asian carp all in the Gulf of Mexico that, like, fuck up the ecosystem. And, like, you're really encouraged to fish and kill those, like, Asian carp. There's, like, a quadrillion of them at, like, every Texas aquarium with a big sign about, like, invasive species.
In the world. Now it just looks creepy, like an underwater space needle. Number
That
9.
is pretty freaky.
Burwash
They've been racist against fish. They're an invasive species. They're not supposed to be there.
Center. Deep in the frozen landscape of the Canadian province Ontario.
Have I eaten one? I don't know. The answer is honestly probably, and I didn't even know. It's like sometimes I just be ordering fish and I don't even know what they're serving me. But I don't think so.
Bizarre and rather ominous abandoned structure called the Burwash Correctional Center.
Oh, it's a
It
prison.
originally opened over 100 years ago in 1914.
We have so many abandoned prisons like all over the world, like because prison setups have changed so much that like you can't use old prisons a lot of ways for modern prison standards, and they just leave them.
And quickly became such a popular prison that an entire community grew up around it. The community was even built by the inmates themselves, designed
That's
to
so
have
weird.
around 1,000 residents to work at the prison and at the local farm.
Hey,
But in 1975, the prison was deemed too costly for the government, and so it was shut down.
The government was
They
like,
never
nah.
demolished the entire thing, leaving its ugly red brick building
Aw,
to
don't
slowly
roast
erode
it.
by the brutal elements. Today, the correctional center is still there, but it's located in the absolute
have you been to
middle of
prison?
nowhere. There's actually no road that leads to the prison. You have to hike over 2 miles after parking your car on the side of the road just to get there. And what makes this such a great
Whoa.
place to explore is that the community is also abandoned. When the government shut down the
But, like,
facility, they also
what do
shut down
they
the
mean by community? Like, is this a town? What are these houses? Like, why would you build a house because of a prison? What?
also abandoned. When the government shut down the facility, they also shut down the community and pushed everyone who didn't want to leave out. The federal government purchased the property for nearly $2 million in an attempt to turn the area into a goat farm, but it proved to be a huge waste of money, and sadly, nobody farmed any goats here.
Maybe close to family? I don't know.
Number 8. Wisconsin's
What's such a loud boop?
Cold War missile site.
Oh, Cold War missiles. I didn't know there were missiles. I didn't know they built missiles in Wisconsin. Good for the goats. Yeah, there's just wild goats out there. I don't know.
Missile silo from the Cold War in Wisconsin. In fact, there are actually 8 different government defense sites scattered around Milwaukee, and this is only one of them.
There are loads of like abandoned Cold War shelters around. I totally just sit and watch like someone that respected their work. Yeah, sorry, I gotta talk, that's the point. But like, okay, what was it? Oh, there was this guy who was trying to turn old Cold War bunkers into houses and sell them, like luxury houses, and sell them. Guys, would you live in a bunker, in like a refurbished luxury bunker? I think I would. Dude, I had this idea to build a house in like an old submarine. Because, okay, you guys know how, for most cases, unless it's like a historical artifact, most of the time, if you are willing to pay to draw up like a shipwreck, you can just keep it. Like, the government won't want it back. So if I can draw up a submarine, I could, like, I don't want to live in the submarine, like, underwater, but I want to put the submarine on land. I'd buy a plot of land, put a submarine on it, and live in it. Like, make it cute inside. I really like small spaces, honestly. Like, I want to live in, like, a little bunker with no windows. Yes, I want to live in, like, a little bunker.
It's located in Waukesha, the Nike control site M74. It had actual launching pads, ground radar equipment, and everything else the government thought was necessary to protect the Midwest in the event of a full-scale Russian bombing. It was functional from between the 1950s
Oh, I like to hide in
until
little holes like a little
1972,
creature.
when it was finally decommissioned. After that, the land was handed
Oh,
over
in
to the city
72.
and then cleaned up. But it wasn't completely cleaned. Much of the equipment is still there, abandoned, and nobody quite knows what to do.
I mean, just because your house doesn't have windows, it doesn't mean you never see sunlight. Like, I'm sure if you never see sunlight at all, you'll go insane. But if your house doesn't have windows, you can go outside. It's not like you're trapped in it. Although, I think there might be something to that. Because last year, my dorm room had, like, it had a window, but it just opened to another building pretty much, so there was no sunlight coming in. I think maybe, I don't know, was it that drove me insane? I don't know. It wasn't pleasant, that's for sure, but also, like, I can live without a window. I want to live in, like, a little bunker. No, but I want to live in a submarine, and it has, like, porthole windows.
To do with it. The missiles here were designed to destroy anything coming at the area, blowing up Russian missiles before they could ever touch ground. There's an abandoned bunker here, pieces of equipment looking like forgotten jungle gym pieces, and what little
that's
is left
weird.
of the radar tower itself.
Those ones on the left are really weird. I wonder what that was for.
Number 7.
Number 7. Boom.
Hall. Linwood Hall is an abandoned estate considered to be one of
Oh, it's
the
just a
greatest
house.
mansions in America from the Gilded Age that is still standing today. At one point, it was one of the most luxurious pieces of real estate in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, wait, should we
It's
watch
like the
Chills?
White House, especially with its huge white pillars.
I love
supporting the
Chills.
extravagant portico in the front. But sadly, Linwood Hall has been abandoned for years. It's in an absolute state of disrepair, and nobody seems
I'll check
interested
Discord in a
doing
second.
anything with the property. It was built between
That's not creepy.
1897 and 1900 for a U.S. tycoon, and one.
Bro, this title of this video is so fucking misleading. Top 10 mysterious abandoned structures discovered. It like discovers shit. Mysterious abandoned structures. One of these is just a house, just like a historical house. Like, this isn't mysterious. We clearly know what all of these are. This is just a house from 1900.
Only ugly and forgotten.
Why is this guy roasting the hell out of all these buildings, too? He keeps calling them ugly. He's like, this ugly house is standing there. He doesn't ugly Chills. It's like, God, this house is ugly. What's Chills? It's the Burger King foot lettuce guy. He talks like this.
If you could buy this abandoned mansion for just $5, would you uproot your life and move in tomorrow?
What the fuck? Kind of like engagement bait ass question. If you could buy this abandoned mansion for $5, would you live there? What the fuck kind of thing to say?
Abandoned mansion for just $5, would you uproot your life and move in
I
tomorrow?
mean, I guess,
What are your
yeah.
thoughts on this amazing piece of abandoned
I want to live in a really old house or a really old
property in the
facility.
comments below. And if you're liking this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Dude, there's a city near here where there's an abandoned watch factory, and they turned it into apartments, so you can get an apartment and live in the watch factory. I want to live there, but it's a little bit far away from my school. Your house is from the 50s? I mean, that's pretty old. The house that I used to live in was from, like, the 50s. My neighborhood where I grew up is, like, aggressively being demolished. All the houses, like, when I was a kid, all the houses are from the 50s, and now, by the time it's this year, like, almost all of them have been completely demolished. It's kind of sad, but also, like, those houses are old, and it's a lot of upkeep, like, shit starts breaking, and sometimes it is better to just knock them down and build a new house, like, economically. It's a little sad, though. It had asbestos. It didn't have asbestos, but, like, you know, stuff breaks. Like, when we lived in a house that was built in the 50s, we were always having to fix, like, hinges and windows and doors and stuff. Like, anything that gets a lot of wear and tear. So, yes, like, moving parts. Like, we were always having to fix the cabinets. If new houses are made out of garbage, it depends. It depends. Like, if you move into one of those, like, those scary ones where those scary gated communities in the suburbs where every house is identical, those are probably yeah. I don't know. I don't really know that much about house building.
Subscribe buttons if you
I
haven't
know it's
already.
expensive.
And number 6.
It's a subscribe button.
Haunted school. There's an abandoned
Is it haunted?
school in Kent, England
Oh, it's
that
in
is said
England.
to
Yeah,
be
it's probably haunted.
It's called the Lilsden School.
Oh, that is creepy, actually. Bro, anything called the something school for girls is creepy. Like, school for girls is a creepy phrase. Am I alone in that? I just think it's, like, it's creepy. Especially because nothing is called that nowadays. Like, all the schools I've known that are all girls' schools, they just have a name, and you have to, like, go on their website to find out that it's an all-girls school.
For girls, and it's so creepy that it was featured as a filming location in
It sounds pedophilic. I would say it sounds pedophilic. It sounds like gothic horror. It's like there's definitely like a creepy headmistress or something. I don't know. That's not where my mind was going. What the fuck?
zombie movie 28 Days Later. The
Oh,
school is
really?
built out of what was once an estate mansion, originally constructed in
Well, old
1855.
boarding schools are
It
really
was
creepy.
requisitioned in World War I and used as a hospital for soldiers. After World War
Oh yeah,
I,
then
is
it
when
definitely has ghosts. There are hella dead people in there.
it turned into a school for girls, but by 1975, this kind of
Like, it really has a correctional facility vibes. It's like, oh, this young girl has no manners. She must be sent to the school for girls to learn proper manners. You guys know about, have you seen Enola Holmes? It's like a Netflix original movie about Sherlock Holmes' sister. It's so bad, but that's how it starts. She's like, I'm being sent to the school for girls because I want to solve mysteries like my brother Sherlock Holmes.
segregation was over, and it became just a general school for boys and girls.
Oh.
It closed in 1999 because of falling attendance.
1999,
For whatever
it's not
reason,
even that
parents
old.
just didn't want to send their kids to school there. After the school shut down, it was abandoned. People now say
What is
there's
this?
a
This,
young
like,
boy's
silhouette
ghost
of a
haunting the
child.
halls of the
A
neglected
young boy's
structure.
ghost. I mean, that's creepier than a World War II ghost, I guess, or World War I ghost. Because there's a 100% chance that one of those World War I soldiers died in the hospital, and that's not that weird, but if the kid died there, like, it had to be sinister.
The young boy supposedly died at the school and can be seen in
What
some
the
of the
fuck? He's
broken
toilet-bound
mirrors and fractured
Hanako-kun?
glass windows. But of course, this is just a rumor. Number 5.
Number 5.
An entire Spanish village.
Oh.
A Spanish village that was abandoned 30 years ago recently reappeared after spending the
Whoa.
last 3 decades under
Have I done
water.
urban exploration
Not athletic
IRL?
and
Not really. Not really. I wouldn't call anything I've done urban exploration. I did some trespassing once, but like it wasn't like old. I don't know, like all the places I've lived, there isn't really. I'm sure there's something around if you were really looking, but there's not a lot of abandoned stuff. Stuff gets built over pretty quick, like property values and shit. They don't want to just leave buildings standing most of the time. Commit a little crime. This was, okay, I used to be in this Girl Scout troop that was, like, criminal. It's a weird phrase. Like, all of the crimes I committed in my youth were committed as part of this Girl Scout troop. Like, there were a bunch of different Girl Scout troops that were attached to my elementary school, and we would have, you know, we'd be kind of competitive about getting badges and selling cookies and stuff. And my Girl Scout troop was just unhinged. Like, all the other troops were, like, doing normal shit, and my troop was doing crimes. It wasn't the leader. The leader wasn't encouraging us to do crimes. There was just this one girl who would make us do crimes, and then the leaders kind of weren't paying attention. Just wasn't paying attention. Like, and, like, I was... How old was I when I was doing Girl Scouts? I was, like, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, I was single digits ages. And we had to do this badge where we had to go to the grocery store. It was like a budgeting and meal plan badge where we like wrote up a list of food and then we were gonna make dinner and stuff. And it was like, so we had to go to the store and get all of our budget. And this girl, this girl who kept encouraging us to commit crimes was like, did you guys know that if you just put this food in if you just put this candy in your bag and leave, it's free and it doesn't count as part of the budget? And we were like, oh my god, so we all just shoplifted? Yeah, and then later we went to, like, this house that we weren't supposed to go to, and some guy threatened us. We were like, OMG guys, it's free if they don't see you. When there's no cops around, anything's legal. Yeah, so we just stole shit. How old are the other girls? We were all the same age. Should have known better. No, it was fun. We do a little shoplifting. Yeah, then we went to this, like, house, and it was on this guy's property, and he said he was gonna send his dogs after us. He was like, I will send my dogs after you. Was it at least a chain store? I have no idea. Probably. That's, like, all we have. There's, like, no such thing as not chain grocery stores, pretty much. Like, I'm serious. I'm not the dog. Yeah, he said he was gonna send his dogs after us if we didn't get off his property. I didn't even see any dogs. I bet he was just bluffing. Old, crusty motherfucker. threatening Girl Scouts. Yeah, I was in this, like, criminal Girl Scout troop. There was one time we set up a booth outside a grocery store to sell cookies, and this girl who had kept encouraging us to do crimes, I think she seriously had issues. She I'm like dying remembering this. She like kicked someone like I was just a shopper. She like kicked them. I don't know why. I have no idea why she kicked them. And she was like really tall for our age. She was definitely the oldest. I think she'd like been held back a year or something. She was like a year older. So she wasn't like a teeny tiny kid. She was like 10 or 11. Like, you know, the 10 or 11-year-old kicks you pretty hard. Like, this guy wasn't seriously injured, but it wasn't just like a tap. And we got in so much trouble. Our whole troop wasn't allowed to sell cookies outside of grocery stores for the next year. I was in like the most chaotic Girl Scout troop in existence. So we did some shoplifting, we did some trespassing, and we did some assault. I mean, I think that counts as assault. Obviously, this guy didn't like press charges, but I mean, if he wanted to, it's kind of assault. It should let your intrusive thoughts win. I honestly can't remember why she kicked him. I don't know. That was a tangent about my criminal Girl Scout troop. It's battery? Well, I don't remember the difference between assault and battery. I know I've had it explained to me before. No, I was in this like criminal troop. I don't know. I feel like that influenced me growing up. Man, this is so sad that there's so many like full episodes of Mysteries of the Abandoned on here that I can't watch. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, History Channel. No one's watching this instead of watching Mystery of the Abandoned. I'm not taking your money. I'm not even making money. Well, like, assault has to be premeditated, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what was going through this girl's head when she kicked someone outside of a grocery store. Probably, I should kick this guy in front of a grocery store, and now my whole Girl Scout troop can't sell any cookies, and we lost Among Us. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, why is there a submarine? All these videos are from this guy. Who is American Eye? He's just like chilling.
From a Neanderthal
I don't know what's up with this dude. Well, he's got a lot of videos, but like he's kind of, I don't like his videos that much. And creepiest things discovered by urban explorers.
Urban explorers love to explore abandoned buildings and spaces that humanity has
His view counts are ass. Don't look at mine.
forgotten. When explaining his passion for urban exploration, Mike Carell said, "One of the things that has always attracted me to abandoned locations is the austere beauty of the neglected or forgotten. The textures, colors, shadows, and lines speak of a life once lived within the confines, and the absence is as empty as it is filled."
It's a time they believe the gates of hell have opened and all the ghosts are wandering the earth.
That's so true, actually.
Especially all the ocean ghosts.
The ocean ghosts. Guys, tag yourself. I'm an ocean ghost.
Join us as
Guys, please like this post if you're an ocean ghost. And if you're not an ocean ghost, why don't you die in the ocean and become an ocean ghost? Dude, ocean ghost? That would be fire. Like, I want to haunt the entire ocean. Like, oh yeah, that's the McBarge. I know about the McBarge. I want to go to the McBarge.
we look at the 15 creepiest things discovered by
Ocean
urban
Ghost sounds like a band
explorers.
name? Kind of, yeah. What is this shitty intro? What is that animation? This is Inspector Gadget ass shit.
Hurricane Prison. The first urban explorer we'll be looking at is a guy named
OMG guys, meet up at the McBarge.
Jay, who was traveling through New Orleans. And this is a
Oh no, he's in New Orleans. That's cursed country.
city that was devastated by Hurricane Katrina in the 2000s.
That's a
When the
cursed
hurricane
country.
hit, most people fled or hid. But in this prison,
Oh,
the inmates were
No,
simply
it's computers from the early 2000s. The scariest thing known to man.
left behind. Jay visited the Orleans Parish Prison, where its inmates were simply cut off and abandoned.
They were just left. Did they die? What the fuck?
According to Jay, the 617 inmates inside this sky-rise prison were left stranded with no ventilation, food, or water, trapped in their cells. Some were even flooded with water up to their chest. Some managed to bust down the cell door and get to the roof to write an SOS message asking for food.
Did
After the
they
chaos
get
was
like
over,
airlifted
500
out?
inmates were unaccounted for.
What?
The prison shut down in 2012, but remnants of this tragedy
They just unaccounted for. They just 500 people just disappeared. Huh? There's no way.
are still present in this building. For Jay, this prison
There's
was
no
an emotional
way.
roller coaster. There were now abandoned
I
cell
feel like everyone would know about that if that was true.
blocks
Those guards did not give a fuck. I mean, yeah, I think we've established that. We've had prison hate.
in a medical center. At the gym, Jay hit the punching bag and a bit of it fell off.
They went. They no clipped out of the. Yeah, guys. New Orleans, like the whole city of New Orleans, is like a weak point in reality where you can go to the back rooms.
They reached the top. They made it to the most horrifying aspect of the trip. This was where the abandoned inmates waited to be rescued.
Oh,
but
man.
nobody came. Written on the walls are the words help and food. It
Wow.
was absolutely chilling.
That's pretty scary.
Now let's get ready for
The cut to the fucking shitty animation. Oh my god.
today's missing topic. Next up is our missing topic.
What
This
is
was
that
found by an
thing?
urban
That's
explorer
huge. Is that a boat or is it a car? I think it has wheels, but it's super long. Is it a train? It's part of a train?
who wishes not
I've never been to Six Flags New Orleans. My mom and I were talking about maybe stopping in New Orleans, like on a road trip next month. But then we decided not to. Lamau, I'm not going to New Orleans. Fuck that. If you go to New Orleans, you will no clip out of society. You will no clip out of reality and go to the back rooms. I don't want to go to the New Orleans back rooms. Oh, Six Flags New Orleans is closed? I didn't know that. Probably because Six Flags is Texas property. Six Flags over Texas. That's, its real name. Oh, because of Hurricane Katrina, Lamau, skill issue. Guys, if your business closed because of Hurricane Katrina, I'm sorry, but that's a fucking skill issue, alright? You should have not. You should have not been hurricaned.
not to be named, as he believes that what he saw is top secret, and releasing this information could be potentially dangerous.
He's gonna get in trouble for releasing the knowledge of Long Car. The forbidden Long Car.
He's an American guy who was passing through a number of European cities.
This is like stock
and decided
footage.
to venture through an abandoned forest. The outer reaches of the forest were inhabited by hikers, joggers, and sightseers.
Wow,
But once
scary.
he delved further and further into the woods,
Where's the
there
Long
was
Car? Can you
nobody
explain
around.
the Long Car?
Eventually, he reached a spot where he was completely alone. Or so he thought.
Or
he
so he
stumbled
thought.
upon this vehicle. It was too long to be a limousine and had wheels, so it was not a train carriage either. He had never seen a vehicle like this before.
Oh, they just don't know what it
How did
is.
such a huge vehicle like this get in the forest? How could a vehicle
Wait, what the hell is
of
that?
this length pass through this maze of trees? This is where we need your help. What do you think is happening in this picture?
I want to read the comments. Does anyone know what the car is? The limo is a Cadillac. Oh, the very first comment says the limo is a Cadillac named American Dream. The limo was called the American Dream, but how it got abandoned in the forest. You guys ever read or watch Into the Wild? You guys know about the Chris McCandless bus? When they airlifted the Chris McCandless bus? I'm so obsessed with the bus. I love the Chris McCandless bus. They fucking airlifted it. It was the best day of my life when they airlifted the Chris McCandless bus.
Let us know in the comments and
He died in that bus.
be sure to include the hashtag missing topic.
Hashtag
We're
missing
honestly
topic.
stumped by this, so let us know as soon as you can. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button,
Shut
waiting
the fuck
under
up.
haunted house? Next up is footage from an urban explorer named Cappy, who's filming what looks like a haunted house. The plot thickens though when he discovers that there's essentially
That's
a
just a
cave
house.
underneath the entire house. And like any good urban explorer, he decided to venture down into this scary cave. He
Oh no,
found
the
that
scary
the rocks
cave.
were covered by moss and a horrible smell was coming from the cave. He looked down further into
Was
it
that
and found
mysterious
some
that
water.
he found a
Cappy
cave
then
that
jokes
had
that he
moss?
wishes he brought his metal detector, as he believes there could be some cool stuff down here.
Oh no,
He
buried
eventually
treasure.
reached a dead end in the cave, as there was simply too much water, but it looked like an entire stream system was beneath the house. The underground cave and stream seemed quite suspicious.
Why
but
is that suspicious that there's an underground stream? Like, streams go underground.
a commenter on the video gave a more innocent explanation.
Turning that on.
The user said this was a common practice to build the house over a spring source and run it through the basement.
No,
It
they
would
just
create
built the
a
house
cold
on water.
cellar where goods can be preserved longer, and it also protected the water source at the point of where you draw the water. Commenters also pointed out how beautiful the house is still.
This guy respects abandoned houses. The other guy was like, this ugly house is sitting there being ugly.
Despite being abandoned. One user said, "Sure wish I'd found this place 20 years ago and renovated it. What a treasure."
What?
Anyone with
This guy's just like reading
a
comments.
lick of sense should buy this, fix it, and live in it. You can tell
I
it
wanna
was
live in
built
it.
from excellent craftsmanship.
Now look at
For
those
less
stones.
than the cost of a tick-tacky home, you could have had a beautiful, solid house.
Dude, they don't build houses like out of stones anymore.
Japanese Wild West Village.
Japanese
same
Wild
way
West.
many-
What the fuck is that thing? Is that an animatronic? I fucking hate it.
Many Americans are obsessed with anime and martial arts movies.
The way he said anime. The way Americans are obsessed with anime.
West
Wait,
Village.
play that back.
In the same way many Americans are obsessed with anime and martial
With anime.
arts movies, there are also Japanese people who are obsessed with cowboys in the Wild West.
That's so true. Bro, animatronics that are supposed to be humans are so creepy. I'm not scared of, like, you know, Chuck E. Cheese and animals and stuff. Anime. But I'm horrified of animatronics that are supposed to look like people.
And in the
They look terrible. Yeah. It's the uncanny valley to the max.
1970s, a Wild West amusement park was opened. It was a place where you could enjoy simple cowboy activities.
This is some Westworld shit. Like, this is where you go to start the robot uprising. Have you guys seen Westworld, actually? Westworld is one of, like, the only, like, a live-action normie TV shows I watch. Except I stopped watching it after, like, the 4th season because it got shitty. The Westworld show is such a good example of, like, shit going on for too long. If they stopped after, like, 2 or 3 seasons, it could have been so good because it's such a good show. Have I watched the old movie? I have seen the Westworld movie. That movie is fire, honestly. I don't want to hear any disrespect for the Westworld movie from the 80s. Hey, I'm checking something. I don't want to hear any hate about the Westworld movie from the 80s. I think it's awesome. One of my favorite movies from the 80s. It's so funny. I love it.
Activities. You could go horse riding, learn to lasso, and do some fishing.
Oh shit, I want to learn
Eventually,
to
it grew
lasso
into
and
an
do some
actual theme
fishing.
park.
I don't know how to
But in the
lasso.
mid-2000s,
I'm just don't doubt my Texan credentials, but I don't know how to lasso. I feel like I did learn to tie a lasso at some point, but not how to actually lasso anything.
the park seemed to lose popularity. Nobody in Japan wanted to be a cowboy anymore. They
Oh no, nobody in Japan. That's such a good sentence. Like, out of context, that's such an incredible sentence. Nobody in Japan wanted to be a cowboy anymore. And guys, I can't believe nobody in Japan wants to be a cowboy anymore. That's not true. I feel like at least one Japanese person has to want to be a cowboy.
Lose ticket prices, but this simply wasn't enough.
Oh my god, look at that
Today,
thing!
the Wild West Village is a ghost town.
I want to visit the Japanese Wild West Village.
It has stood derelict for nearly 15 years.
Like, that's definitely not... This one's, like, not creepy. It's just kind of funny.
And there's not a cowboy in sight. Urban explorer Micah Moore decided to see what the park looked like today. This involved walking across an incredibly dangerous canyon road bridge.
Oh,
Everything
Jesus.
you would expect to see in a cowboy village is there, such as saloons, churches, and the sheriff offices. Cowboy-themed arcade games
I think I slept, like, fucked up last night. Like, my back and neck hurt so bad.
were also there, and there's even a mini Mount Rushmore built, as well as a
Mount Rushmore.
shooting range. It's almost a trip back into two periods of time, the Wild West of America and Japan 20 years ago. Soviet Space Shuttle. When Neil Armstrong first stood
Soviet
foot on the
Space Shuttle.
mountain, it
Ooh,
was a great
space.
day for humanity, but it was specifically a great day for America, who had beaten the Soviet Union in what's known as the space race. Both the US and Russia were desperate to get to the moon
No,
first.
the Japanese arcade machine in the Wild West is perfect. I love it.
And demonstrate which one was superior. Once the Soviet Union knew it had lost this race, its space program was largely abandoned.
Whoa! Look at that. Is that an abandoned, like, the Soviet, like, warehouse for the it's just abandoned? Oh my god, guys, please donate right now so I can fly to Russia and visit this. What the fuck? It's just sitting there? Oh my god.
So, in a hangar in Kazakhstan.
In Kazakhstan? It's just sitting in there? There's two! Holy fucking shit! What the fuck?
Which used to be part of the Soviet Union, there's an abandoned space shuttle, and the Urban Explorer channel had to find out what it looks like today.
Oh my god, it's just in there? Oh my god.
This involved driving all night to get to the spot, but at the same time not getting caught. They climbed in through a window and soon found the shuttle and climbed inside.
Oh, they did a little trespassing as well.
The shuttle looked old and worn on the outside.
There's like no one there. Like,
spot,
what, is there security? Is there actually security there?
Caught. They climbed in through a window and soon found the shuttle and climbed inside. The shuttle looked old and worn on the outside, but on the inside, the shuttle looked completely new. It was built to go into space, so it could survive even the very worst of conditions.
Oh my god, they
they
went inside an abandoned Soviet space shuttle. I'm gonna cry, I'm so jealous.
Inside a hangar in Kazakhstan left not much damage to the inside. The Buran had one flight in November 1988. A year later, the Berlin Wall fell and the Soviet Union collapsed. The newly independent nation of Kazakhstan had a space shuttle they didn't know what to do with, so they just left it there. What could have been the most iconic space shuttle of all time is just wasting away at an abandoned site.
Oh my god, it's just in there. That's so crazy.
Door in the Mountain. Our next explorer comes from a channel known as Red Media. He's walking along a mountain until a plank is used as a walkway into the door in the mountain. When he gets to the cave, there are warning.
That's so crazy, bro. The Soviets need to get themselves a space center where they can just make it like a museum and show people the old spaceships. And it will be awesome.
Signs to be careful. But to urban explorers, these warning signs only motivate them even more. And the Chavbog is an ice cave, often nicknamed as the door in the mountain. It looks as if the mountain is a building, and this is the passageway inside. In the YouTube description, it reads, in 1822, General Henry Dufour visited that cave to write about it. It's called the Chavbog.
It's just a cave with a door. That's not scary.
We have sheep up there. Then before the Second World War, the Swiss Army built this bunker into it. Reinforcements in the form of concrete walls, iron doors,
lots
and
of bunkers
shooting
are
holes.
inside of mountains.
It wasn't used, and it's currently open to hikers at their own risk.
You can just go in there? What the fuck?
You may already know, Switzerland was neutral during World War II, but this is partly because of how well protected the Swiss are. They're so well prepared for war that nobody bothers invading them, including Hitler. This hidden bunker is a reminder that the Swiss are a friendly people, but ready for war if need be.
It's true, like, Swiss's military is just, like, fucking stacked, like Sweden's military.
UFO Village. In Taiwan, there's a place known as UFO Village, but these are not actually UFOs, yet there is still an incredible amount of mystery surrounding them. According to Atlas Obscura, there doesn't seem to be any publicly accessible information as to where they came from.
Those are just buildings. Those are just houses. Like, those are like, those houses from the 60s. People just built them. That's not like a mystery. Those are just like wacky houses. People built those.
Even exactly where they were built. This pod village sprung up in the 1970s, but not much has happened
they just
since.
built things like that in the 70s.
Square-shaped structures are known as Venutros, whereas the circular-shaped ones are called Futuros. The reason why this place was abandoned could be that a nearby property development was made around the same time, and they couldn't find anyone to live there, or that the houses became too expensive to build.
Some realtors just built these. These aren't scary. These aren't UFOs. They're just an abandoned housing development.
John Sabo is an urban explorer who dared venture into this
He dared venture into some abandoned housing development. It's not scary.
UFO village. The pods are run down and dilapidated, and the place looks apocalyptic.
Where was I in the 70s? Chillin'.
The mystery surrounding the place has
This looks apocalyptic. It looks like an abandoned house.
led to a number of rumors. There's believed to have been a number of unexplained accidents at the site,
What are the
as
accidents?
well as
Tell me.
suicides. The footage of the place is incredibly chilling.
It's not incredibly chilling. Fuck off.
Abandoned Rothschild Mansion. You might recognize this abandoned mansion from the movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's been shown in Batman Begins, Eyes Wide Shut, and Brazil.
That's not scary. It's just an old
In
mansion.
the first Christopher Nolan Batman movie, this house was Bruce Wayne's mansion. You would think there would be queues of people who would love to live in Batman's mansion, but the house has been abandoned. It was a house built in the 1800s and owned by
That's
Baron
not scary.
de Rothschild,
That guy's scary. Look at him.
an English businessman and part of the Rothschild family who invented modern banking.
Yeah.
It was this house
No, that's the scariest thing. Is he's one of the original like robber barons.
that precious artworks were also hidden during World War II, particularly valuables from the royal family. The urban explorer Vacant Haven has decided
Vacant
to
Haven.
explore the house. They traveled up
It's
through
just
the
a
trees in
house.
case somebody was actually in the house looking out. What's inside is an incredible
I feel like urban explorers, like YouTubers, make things so dramatic. They're like, we had to sneak through the bushes in case someone was there. No one's fucking there. No one's there. Why are you sneaking? You're just sneaking to make it seem like what you're doing is cooler than it is. It's just an abandoned house.
incredibly derelict building. There are rooms with furniture and household ornaments chucked
That's crazy that no one's like gone in there like tried to like sell some of this stuff or put it in a museum or something. It's weird that it's all just sitting in there. That is
everywhere.
weird.
Lots of fairly impressive paintings are also just lying about. Like the haunted mansion we saw earlier, this is another amazing house that's just been abandoned and left to decay.
It's weird that no one's taking all that stuff out.
Abandoned shopping mall. Our next discovery
Oh,
is not something
scary.
limited to one specific area. In fact, these can
Just every abandoned mall, there's like a zillion of those. I listened to a podcast about the mall and like how it was invented. Because like you guys know, right, that malls were just invented as a tax scheme.
be found all across the USA.
That's why there were so many malls built in the US in like the 50s.
These are abandoned shopping malls, which look like something out of a horror or zombie movie.
Yeah,
And
this is where Left 4 Dead 2 takes place.
was discovered by the urban explorer Urbex
Bro, I can't believe he discovered a mall. Bitch, shut up.
off limits. He came at night with a torch, specifically in search
Torch? Why do you call it a torch? This guy sounds
of an
American.
abandoned Mexican restaurant.
Wow, a Mexican restaurant. Definitely the creepiest things.
He hears a lot of noise, but then realizes that it's some of the neon lights buzzing. The mall has
Oh,
been
the lights are
completely
still buzzing.
untouched
It
since
still has
its
power.
abandonment. They see a card shop full of birthday cards
Wow, a card store. That's really scary.
that will never be received by anyone.
Why not go get some cards and give them to your uncle or whoever?
Someone wrote on the video, "It's sad seeing a mall that was once visited by hundreds of people in a day to now being forgotten. How many memories were made here? How many artifacts left behind?"
Yeah, oh no, not the haunted Mexican restaurant and Hallmark store. That's really scary shit, you guys.
The COVID-19 pandemic is sometimes referred to as retail apocalypse, as it severely impacted the retail industry.
What is he
At
talking
first, they
about?
lost business because people were hesitant about leaving their home. Then they experienced lockdowns where people simply
Why is he
weren't
talking
allowed to
about
visit their
COVID?
stores. People began switching to online shopping, and shopping malls lost out on a lot of business.
Why is he acting like this was abandoned because of COVID? This was probably just abandoned because lots of malls are abandoned. It's probably abandoned before COVID. What the fuck is this guy on about?
And this
Like there's like grass growing. This has been abandoned way longer.
trend is only set to continue. Expect to see more and more of
What
these
is
shopping
this
malls
guy
around the
talking
world.
about? What is that? What? What? Is he stealing panties? The fuck?
Abandoned city.
Abandoned city.
So far, we've seen abandoned houses and even shopping malls. But what about an entire abandoned city? Welcome to Ocean Falls in British Columbia, Canada.
That's pretty
If
scary.
you ever want to visit, you need to travel by boat or by seaplane.
Is it just
For
go
thousands
underwater?
of years, the area was inhabited by the Heitsuk people. These were First Nations people with their own
Oh.
unique language and culture. But in the early 1900s, European settlers decided to invade the area. When they
They
saw
decided
the
to
abundance
invade
of
the area.
forests and open lakes, they decided to take charge. Soon,
Oh,
major companies
colonialism.
decided to exploit the
so
resources, and
scary.
it
That's
became a
pretty
small
scary.
town. a few large companies were thriving and employing
Oh,
almost
so just the
everyone in the town.
companies just closed. They're
But by
left.
the
That's why it's
1970s,
abandoned.
these
Scary.
companies pulled out of Ocean Falls and its factories were shut down. Most of its
The scary thing is like all these. There's so many towns in like North America and England and stuff where they're just built on the back. Like an entire town is just built on the back of one factory or one industry. Then when they go down, they go overseas or something, manufacturing and mining and stuff. And these whole towns just like die. It's sad, but it's not scary.
residents were now unemployed, and this had a knock-on effect. The convenience store owners and restaurant owners now had no customers.
Oh, they have no
Eventually,
customers.
the town was abandoned.
A dog!
This abandoned city was visited by urban explorer Life of Fluke. He visited its largest hotel with 400 rooms unoccupied for roughly 50 years. He visited a dance hall where undoubtedly many memories were made. He walked the empty streets full of decaying houses which have grown vegetation.
These are like really sad. Like they have like a feeling of sadness. They're not scary though. Especially because you know these people just like moved somewhere else to get jobs. They didn't like die.
Weeds all over them. The video received some fascinating comments, even from people who used to live in this now abandoned town. It's a sad tale of how the town was destroyed in the space of a few decades, yet the original First Nations people lived there peacefully for centuries.
Yeah, that's what happens. You industrialize. Industry, capitalism, colonialism. It's bad.
The House in the Rock.
The House in the Rock. OMG. Is that like Bochi the Rock?
Deep in the heart of the English Midlands are
I haven't
those
watched that
forgotten
yet.
houses. People long ago had converted caves into homes. These former homes are believed to be hundreds of years old and have become covered in vegetation. And
Those are pretty. Like those look like fantasy houses. Like those where fairies live. Guys, I'm so tired.
Year 1654, John Evelyn was traveling and recorded in his diary that he saw a diverse people who live in rocks and caves. The last
Yeah, I
person
want to live
believed
in a rock house. Like how cute that is.
to have lived in these dwellings is a man named
That's
John
so
Bramwell, who
cute.
died in 1900. John's great-granddaughter, Angie, wrote in 1979.
Oh, it's like there's like they're like furniture is built into the rock. That's so like charming. I like it.
I think John lived there for the last 10 years with no other neighbors in the 1890s. The house was on Rock
Oh, he just
Hill
lived by
and it's
himself.
still there.
That's
John
me. I
got-
want to live in a rock cave with no neighbors, no one. I'll farm my food from the land. That's a joke. I only eat like candy and chicken nuggets.
married in 1836, and all 10 of his children were born in the Rock House.
Bro,
Urban
imagine being born in the rock house.
Explorer Adam Mark ventured into
I like this post if you were born in the rock house.
one of the homes. There was a main living room full of chairs and fire, and then behind it was a bedroom. These were simple, modest homes. The questions on everyone's mind have been,
Rock house
who owns them? And do they pay any rent or mortgages? The answer is a person named William Hall, and
What?
owned all
I feel like that's not the question everyone was asking. My question was not, do they pay rent?
of the land, and John paid rent to him. William Hall sold the land in 1910.
Yeah, I paid
but
rent to the
only under the
landowner.
condition that they be preserved as a memory to the past.
Aw, the rock house. That's not creepy. That was
Fairy
just,
Tale
that was
Shoe
cool.
House.
Fairy Tale Shoe House.
Our next discovery is also in Britain, but in the
Shoe
Isle of Wight,
house.
an island off the south coast.
Shoe
Here's an amazing
house.
boot-shaped home which looks like something from a nursery rhyme. The Facebook page Abandoned
Aw.
UK came across this boot and wrote, "This took some finding.
Probably
but
part of like a
we
park,
did it."
like a park
So
or
after
something.
walking through the woods for ages trying to find the boot, we finally saw it at the bottom of a steep cliff.
Oh, it's
We
cute.
eventually made it down in one piece, almost like rock climbing at some stages. Apparently, a woman lived in the boot in the 1950s.
She lived
And of
in the
course,
boot.
This reminded everyone of the nursery rhyme
She
of the
lived in
little
the
old
boot.
woman who lives on a
She
shoe.
lived in a
But
boot.
this is a fairy tale written in 1794. So this was not the woman who lived in a shoe who
She
it was
lived
based
in the
upon.
shoe.
After its
He said this was the story. He said, "Did you know the fairy tale isn't actually based on this woman from the 70s who lived in a shoe?"
abandonment, the house became a cool place for kids to play.
Aww.
Underwater prison. Estonia is a
It's underwater. God, what's that? Oh, I know what we're doing after this video.
small country in Eastern Europe, which used to
R.I.P.
be
to the
part of the
boot house,
Soviet
yeah.
Union. And Soviet prisons were not nice places
Look at this guy just
to
chilling.
be.
Bro, he's
But
literally just
leave it
standing there.
Union.
That
And
scared
Soviet
me.
prisons were not nice places
He's just standing, bro.
to be.
He's like,
But believe it or not,
Just
one of
chilling.
these Soviet prisons is now underwater.
I believe
The
it.
prison was built inside a limestone quarry in the 1940s,
Oh,
where
it's
the
a flooded
inmates were
quarry.
forced to toll. But in the 1990s, Estonia gained independence, and the Soviet Union was no more.
This is pretty
But this
creepy.
prison was left to waste. Over time, groundwater seeped into the quarry, and today we now have a prison which is almost entirely underwater.
That's pretty freaky.
Because of this, the spot has now become a popular spot for divers where they can swim through an abandoned prison. The YouTube channel TreaderTube traveled over and scuba dived through the prison. They found a series of rusty and ramshackled machinery. Lots of random objects lay littered across the bottom of the ocean. Divers have even put found items on a specific ledge to showcase what they found. It's unclear as to why this prison was never destroyed. A lot of former
Probably
Soviet countries tore down its communist
There's
buildings.
so many reasons to not tear things down like this. It's just massive things. Like, you just leave them there. Who cares? Like, if they're just in some quarry.
Hopes of starting afresh.
It's not like it's on land they need to
Estonia
use.
is now a relatively wealthy country, but this was not the case when they became independent and they left it too late until it was underwater. Or maybe they thought of leaving it there to serve as a reminder of their dark past and the hardship previous generations
I'm
had
sure
to
that
go
they
through.
did not think to leave
And
it
the
there underwater as like a memory of communism.
irony is, if they removed this Soviet prison to make Estonia a nicer place, they would not receive the same influx of dark tourists.
Dark tourists. Guys, watch out! I'm a dark tour. I'm not a regular tourist. I'm a dark tourist. Is that what people call themselves? God, urban exploring is actually really cool, but the people who do it are so annoying. Like, the people who do it think that they're like the fucking same energy as people who say they're like the Phantom Thieves or something. They think they're committing like cool crimes. But they're just dudes going into like abandoned places, and like most of the times they're not even hard to get to. They're just like in the middle of nowhere. You just have to drive there. Like, they're not breaking into places 99% of the time that are actually secured by anything. They're just going to old buildings. Like, you're not that cool, my dude. Like, urban explorers are so annoying.
McBarge. In
McBarge!
Vancouver, Canada, there's something known as the McBarge.
Everyone knows about the
This is a
McBarge, but
floating
this one's cool
McDonald's,
anyway.
which has since been abandoned.
It's just, this one is funny to me that they just left it there, because you'd think McDonald's wouldn't have to have such a big fucking creepy thing. And also, like, it's a boat. It wouldn't be hard to get rid of, like, a big building.
The restaurant has been closed since 1986. It was also used as a filming location for the 2004 superhero movie Blade Trinity. In
never
2017,
seen that.
an unsuccessful crowdfunding page was set up to help revitalize the McBarge.
Someone made a
If they managed
McBarge
to renovate the
crowdfunding.
entire boat, you'd be stepping inside a McDonald's from the 80s. There are rumors that this boat will soon be renovated and transformed into a floating seafood
I want to
restaurant.
go to McDonald's.
But until
barge.
then, it
It's
will
so nasty looking,
remain
though.
the McBarge.
Oh, there wasn't even any footage of the inside. Show me the inside. Yes. No, that's... Yes. It's gross. Yes. How did someone spray paint that big on the outside? Like, how do you do that? It's like floating in the ocean. Yeah, like, look at this giant graffiti on the side. How did someone do that? Like, did they have to take a boat out there? Or maybe it was docked at some point. Why won't this image load? Maybe it was docked at some point. You use Microsoft Edge. I use Microsoft Edge for streams because, like, Google has so much, like, autofill and history and shit that you guys don't need to see.
Rosie the Shark. Rosie the Shark
Wow, that thing is creepy. You looking up sus stuff? No, but I'm looking up, like, the main reason is just that all my history and links and search and stuff has just, like, the name of my college.
Rosie the Shark.
And I live at my college, so that's a dox. Dude, that thing is creepy.
Rosie the Shark is a deceased but also preserved 5-meter
Oh,
great white
it's real? I thought it was like an animatronic. What the fuck? How is it like that?
Rosie the Shark. Rosie the Shark is a deceased but also preserved
How is it-
5-meter
is it
great
stuffed?
white shark that was once left in an abandoned wildlife park in Australia.
Oh,
Urban explorers Lukey MC visited Rosie up close to see what it was
that's
like.
horrifying.
The
That's
shark was caught in 1997 after wandering into a fisherman's tuna fishing nets. There was no way to free her safely, so the shark was humanely killed.
Aww. No.
Wildlife Wonderland took an interest in the shark and purchased it off the fishermen.
They purchased. Okay, can we buy your dead shark? What the fuck kind of purchase?
And decided to put the gigantic sea creature on display. Rosie was on display.
That's so sad. She's just like sitting in there like desiccating. This is depressing.
In a tank until 2012, when Wildlife Wonderland closed down. With the wildlife park abandoned, the site became a spot for teenagers and was often vandalized. A TV was then thrown inside Rosie's tank. This was shown in 2018 footage, and it soon went viral. It went so viral that someone wanted to buy Rosie the shark once more. In 2019, Rosie was purchased again and now sits inside the Crystal World Exhibition Center.
That's not, it's just someone bought it and put it on display. That's not abandoned. That's literally like the definition of, that's literally like not abandoned. If someone bought it and put it on display, it is not abandoned by definition. That's not abandoned. I guess this just says creepiest things. It doesn't specify that it's abandoned. Fine, you get a pass. Now think about so. I mean, I imagine if it's a dead fish and it's on display, that it's like taxidermied. I bet it's taxidermied and they just display it in water.
Cool. Abandoned skyscraper. Our last
Whoa, is it abandoned a whole skyscraper?
spot brings us back to where we started, New Orleans.
Why is New Orleans the most haunted city? The most cursed location.
Be creepier than an entirely abandoned skyscraper. This is Plaza Towers, which stretches 45 stories high, but not a single soul inhabits the building. It's actually the third tallest building in all of New Orleans.
That's wild. You'd think they'd want to use it as offices or something.
And Louisiana. So why would an entire skyscraper become unused? The simple reason is safety. The building has been closed down since 2002 because of asbestos and
oh, yeah, there we go. Asbestos.
mold. It was sold in 2005.
No, asbestos is honestly just a yummy snack. You don't have to be scared of it, okay?
For $4 million. The person who bought a 40-story building for this price probably thought they stumbled upon a bargain.
But it's full of asbestos.
They sold the building for $250,000.
Wow, like less than $1 million.
$250,000 for a
yummy snack you have? No, you could eat it if it's in like your insulation.
40-story building is simply unheard of. But given that 10 years have passed and the doors remain shut, this might even be a lost cause. Demolishing.
You'd think they could renovate. Like asbestos is something that can be fixed. Like it would be a lot. It would be a lot of money, but it could be done, and then it would probably be a return on investment because it's the third largest building in Louisiana.
A 45-story is easier said than done. Despite the dangers associated with this place, urban explorer Condition Orange decided to venture inside wearing a gas mask.
I feel like this isn't an exciting place to explore. It's probably just offices.
The building had also been rescued due to an alleged murder at the location.
Wow.
What they found were empty parking lots and stairs.
Wow, empty parking lots and stairs. You guys are really making some important discoveries, urban explorers.
A lot of the doors had been boarded up. Graffiti was everywhere, suggesting that people always come up here. The floor numbers are even marked.
It's not even abandoned.
They reached the top and saw a mattress. Somebody had been living there. And
yeah,
they soon
homeless
found
people
out
probably.
Why they had been secretly living at the top. There are drugs scattered across the
there
table.
There are drugs!
Well,
oh my god.
You're
telling me homeless people living in this building are doing drugs? Wow.
That building? And that just brings us to the end of this journey.
Okay, great. What's that, I wanna, let me find that subreddit. Yeah. Yeah, the fear of submerged machines. These are awesome. I love this subreddit. I love this subreddit. Let's look at these. One sec. BGM. You guys hear the BGM okay? It's a little loud. I always think it's loud. Yeah, I do be hearing the BGM? Okay. Alright. r/submechanophobia. These are awesome. I love looking at these. Submerged Panzer. How do you get down there? The Submerged Panzer. Oh my god, guys, the sequel to Stupid Panzer. The Submerged Panzer. Half-sunken boat. This looks like a painting. This one's kind of beautiful. Wow, it's like falling apart on the side. Giant abandoned ship? Whoa! That thing is huge! Whoa, it's just up against, like, the side of a cliff? Holy shit. Left after a cyclone. This isn't- what is this? Is this just a picture of an amusement park? What? This is just a ride, that's not scary. Oh, rooms in a flooded mine. Dude, there's so many flooded mines. If you look, like, and they're kind of scary, flooded mines. Underwater coral greenhouse? Oh shit, it's like, I don't know why that never occurred to me that there could be greenhouses underwater, but like, there's so many plants underwater, it kind of makes sense to like, trap in sunlight. But I thought greenhouses were to trap in like moisture. That's crazy, an underwater greenhouse? Is that actually, like, does that actually serve a purpose? The deepest shipwreck known, the USS Samuel B. Roberts. Oh, this is a really creepy picture, honestly. Like, what's in there? This thing looks like desiccated as fuck. That's creepy. Wait, how do I get this picture to go up? Oh, that opened in another window. Sunk in the Battle of Samar. In 1944. A lot of this is World War II stuff. World War II stuff is very cool. Whoa, what is that? A plane wreck? Oh shit. So that's the front of a plane. Oh my god, it's all like overgrown and nasty. There's another flooded mine. These are creepy with the mine tracks just going into the darkness. Ugh. Ugh. Diving in a nuclear fuel tank?
It's been 60...
Wait, no more music. Shut up, music.
...5 years since any human has been underwater in the power fuel storage pond, but when divers last took a dip in 1958 for maintenance work, this storage facility for spent nuclear fuel was almost brand
I want to
new,
go in there.
and a very different environment from the legacy facility we're now cleaning
I want to
up.
go in there.
Over the decades, the pond
Look at him
and its
getting
water
sprayed.
has become contaminated with
Yeah, it's
radioactive
radioactive.
waste, meaning a huge amount of planning and preparation went into the moment this diver first submerged
Show me,
himself.
show me, show me.
Roll the clock back 4 years, and we set up a test rig at an off-site facility in West Cumbria. Here, the divers could practice
Cumbria. Cumbria.
the work in a non-nuclear environment.
Oh, I want to see him go in the nuclear part.
On site.
What are they training for? Isn't it just a tank?
Can experience what they'll actually encounter.
Like, what they're going to experience on site? It's just a pool.
On site. Obviously, there's a few things that we can't replicate around visibility.
Visibility? Is it dark?
Contamination and how they deal with that. But
how are they supposed? Wait, how are they supposed to deal with contamination while they're in the water?
Exit the water.
I guess.
That as closely as possible.
The divers already had plenty of experience.
I mean, I'm
working
assuming
in
these
nuclear
people are
facilities
professional divers. Do they need to know how to enter the water in a
elsewhere
man-made pool?
in dry suits.
The company that we've partnered with have been diving in nuclear ponds since the 1970s.
Well, there's companies
in
that just dive in nuclear
the UK
ponds.
has dived previously in Magnox sites.
I don't know about these
where
companies.
This is a significant step on is that the levels of contamination and the tasks that they're carrying out are kind of world leading and world firsts.
Levels of scrutiny and checks before the dives happened were rigorous.
This job, because of the hazardous nature of it and it being a complex and novel piece of work for Sellafield, required.
What are they actually doing? Why are they diving? What's the purpose of diving in nuclear ponds?
The executive dive specialist team. And
What are they actually
what
doing?
comes with that is a huge amount of internal governance to make sure that we're carrying out the right activities at the right
I like
time
this guy's
in a
accent.
safe and effective manner.
Until now,
What accent is that? Is that
That we're carrying out the right
is he Irish? I can never identify the Irish accent, but I always like it.
activities at the
think
right
it's-
time
I think it's
in
kinda
a
neat.
safe and effective manner.
Until now, we'd only been sending remotely operated vehicles into the pond to clean it out, so
Oh, they're
it can
cleaning?
be decommissioned and eventually demolished. We've already got more than 3/4 of the waste inventory out.
Yeah, this does kind of seem like something that could be done with, like, minimal human interaction with nuclear water. Like, you're telling me in this day and age you can't, like, use, like, a crane or something to clean this stuff out? You need a human person to go in the nuclear water?
Pond. But now that some areas of the pond are reaching the final stages of cleanup, it was time to add some people power.
The humans are much more dexterous than the machines that we deploy, so we look to divers
Why
to be able to
why
get
are we trying to get AI to make art when we could get AI to make a robot that cleans nuclear waste?
those fine areas and nooks and crannies of the pond floor and really into some of those more complex features that machines really struggle to access.
I guess it's that
Installing new
it's that
infrastructure in the
complicated.
legacy facility to carry out the dive safely, such as the dive
Dive
platform,
platform.
CCTV and breathing systems, involved Sellafield people and our nuclear supply chain working closely together as one team. Safety is always paramount. A dive supervisor positioned in a separate area talks to the
It's
dive
just like this guy just chilling in his office. He's in like the gamer
through
chair.
an audio feed into their helmet and pulls all the strings.
The dive supervisor basically controls the diver as if they were a tool that you were using in the water. So they are able to think and conduct the task, as
Become
they
a
see
sleeping
fit
stream,
with the
I'm gonna fall
guidance of the
asleep.
dive supervisor. So it's kind of just receiving the feedback and then directing the diver into how they're going to complete the next task.
There are multiple
I
layers
am-
of safety.
I
Above
am
the diver on the
sleepy.
platform is a reserve diver ready to enter the water in an emergency,
Oh,
as well
there's
as
like a
winch
rescue
to
team.
extract the diver if necessary. There are numerous ways of getting air to the diver, and
This is
built
so. I wonder like what those situations are where you need to like winch them out, because the threat isn't like they're not gonna encounter a shark or something. I guess if something malfunctions, like the danger is just going in the water. Like all the water is radioactive. It's dangerous no matter what.
built into the diver's suit and on a handheld probe, there are teledosimetry monitors checking
Where's teledosimetry?
radiation levels all around their body and feeding live
Oh,
data
it's-
back to our health physics monitor. in
It's
the
ra-
control
it's
room.
ra-
The
recording
diver stands on a
radiation?
raised plinth placed on the pond floor,
plinth.
so his feet don't touch the sludge. And ultimately, it's the water itself that's really protecting the diver.
Well, yeah,
from the
that's why.
radiation.
That's why they put water in nuclear power plants.
If you were working in air and you walk through a door and there was a higher dose rate source on the other side of the door.
Yeah, like water is actually really good at preventing radiation. Like radioactive water is only like it does a really good job. That's why it's there.
That could give you a substantial dose. You're taking quite a bit from it. When we're in the water, if we move closer to something, we get a real-time reading, and all you have to do is slightly move away, and the dose drops off.
Yeah.
So we can be within a short distance of something that could be up to.
Are they going to show him actually going in the water? These are all just interviews. All right. Well, that's interesting anyway. Whoa! What is this? An underwater reservoir? That's beautiful. Those are pretty. Oh, wait. Those are that's the reflection of the ceiling, and those are the stairs. This is a really cool picture. The water is so clear and blue. Wait, let me get the music back. What is that? Is that just a shoe? Oh, a crewman's shoe. Huh. Wow, look at this water. This is so pretty. I really don't like the ocean. When I see water like this, it kind of makes me... It kind of makes me want to go in the water. That's cool. It's like all the way... It's like it's submerged, but just barely, you know? Like, it's not really at the bottom of the ocean. There's another flooded mine. The flooded mines really scare me because those things go so deep. Guys, I have like an irrational fear of mines. Like there is almost no situation I can think of in my life where I would go in a mine, but I'm scared of going in a mine, you guys. Like what if it like collapses or something? Like mines are really deep. There can be poison in there. I'm scared of mines. I'm never going in a mine. Not Minecraft, but don't ever ask me to go in a mine. I don't know why you would do that, but don't do it. Oh, this is just a sculpture. That's pretty cool, though. It's a cool sculpture. Venice. Venice is such a weird city, dude. I really want to go to Venice. I want to boat around a city. Like, that's so cool that they just have, like, water instead of streets. I want to go to Venice. When explored an abandoned house at night, the basement was flooded to the ceiling and it oh, that's nasty. You know that water is nasty. It's just these are funny to me, like, cars and stuff underwater because they're just kind of sitting. Like, they're just kind of chilling. They're a lot of times not like shipwrecks where they're all turned over and beat up. They're just kind of sitting on the ocean, like on the bottom of the water. They're just kind of sitting there. They're literally just chilling. Like, look at it. It's just chilling. Yeah, there's another. Oh my god. This is a really creepy. This one freaks me out, honestly. Wow. Well, I'm scared of mines. Technical dive. Whoa, look at this thing. Holy crap. This like with frame. Is this like a whole building? Good morning and evening. Good morning and evening, Shun. Oh my god, look at the fish. What is this? It's just frames. Is it like the bottom of something? Is there, is this like a rig or a marina or something? Wow. So our underwater constructions. What is this? Does it say? They're just things. Weird. Oh shit, B-17 bomber. Look at this thing, it's all like fucked up on the front. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. From the darkness, oh, is this Titanic footage? Oh. I'm scared of how dark it gets underwater. This is just pitch blackness. Like, this is the thing I'm scared of in these pictures. It isn't the machines, it's like the complete darkness. Yeah, see? There's some cars. They're just chilling at the bottom of the lake. Yeah, I'm almost out of water. Flooded section of a mine. Yeah, see? It just goes into the darkness. That's scary. Who knows what's fucking down there, guys? There could be, like, a monster. There could be a monster down there. There's a monster down there. Open window of the Titanic. More wine machines! Bro, mines are freaking scary! Submarine! Guys, I love submarines. I love World War II submarines. This one isn't from World War II, this is like a modern submarine. But World War II submarines are so cool. Oh my god, abandoned mine shaft. That's so scary! This is freaky. Knox mine disaster footage? Oh, there's footage? JP video. No, this is just footage of the mine. Oh, the Titanic. Oh, this stuff was here last time I checked this subreddit. Stuff from 5 days ago. In case you guys want to know the last time I looked at this subreddit, it was 4 days ago. This one is like the scariest picture on this whole subreddit. Like the tunnel, the shit going down. Ugh, I don't like this one. Concrete. The engine room of a ship. Whoa. Whoa, this is a crazy picture. This looks fake. Might not be, but it looks fake. So blue. Oh, the underwater nest, that's the Florida training base. I want to go underwater and, like, I want to look out one of these porthole windows. I want a house with porthole windows. It's another thing. Cthulhu lives in there? Maybe. It's possible. Look at those things. Those, like, old-timey gas masks are so freaky. Those things creep me the hell out with the big nose, like, hose. The big hose on the nose. What is just on Bing Images? Whoa, what is that? Looks like a plague doctor mask? Yeah, kind of. It has, bigger holes. The bow tie. Shut the... Bro. My guy has never seen a pussy. It's not really what they look like. That's like the boat butthole. This is just like a statue. Yeah, underwater. Yeah, it's a statue. It's fake. Oh, this is from that art museum thing. Yeah, I've seen this. And so we also get quite a bit of, like, floods and hurricanes and stuff in Houston, and if you go to the Houston Aquarium, they go on this ride, they have this pre-recorded voice thing that tells you about, like, I don't know, sharks and stuff, and it'll tell you this story of how when the last, I think it's Hurricane Ike, when there was a big hurricane, that one of the sharks escaped from the aquarium and it's now, like, swimming in the bayou. And it's definitely, of course it's not true, but it really scared me as a kid. But that's a kind of a creepy idea, right? Like, if the whole, like, especially, there's some places that have, like, outdoor facilities in their aquariums. It's like, what if it flooded and everything escaped? You guys know my favorite movie? Sharknado. I freaking love Sharknado. Seen scuba gear from the 1830s? Oh, like the whole, like BioShock kind of look. I freaking love Sharknado. Bro, in Sharknado, where he gets eaten by the shark and then he busts out of its stomach with a chainsaw. I love Sharknado. Yeah, I mean, Sharknado is like a bad on purpose movie, but it's so good. There's like, how many Sharknados are there? There's like 1 million. Yeah, see, it's like Sharknado is an action comedy, like it's supposed to be funny. How many Sharknado movies are there? The last Sharknado. Wait, what is Sharktopus? I've never even heard of this. Sharktopus. My god. Wait. That's not what I meant to look up. Guys. How many shark? Guys, how many shark? 1 billion shark. Guys, oh my god, there's 1 billion shark. How many shark? Hello, Bing, could you please tell me how many shark? I just want to know how many Sharknado movies there are. 6? Dude, Sharknado 1 is, like, certified fresh. Like, Sharknado is supposed to be a comedy, and as a comedy, it's very successful. It's extremely funny. Sharknado was good. Then apparently just keeps getting worse. Although apparently Sharknado 4 is the worst one. Good to know. I think I've only seen up to Sharknado 3. Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no. That's really what it's called? Sharknado 2, the second one. Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no. Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. Sharknado 6, The Last Sharknado, It's About Time. Yeah, they really said it's about time that we stop making Sharknado movies. Sharknado goes hard. It's a fun time. Also, this poster goes hard with the chainsaw. Sharknado is good. Should we get back to actually watching, Man, I really want to just watch whole episodes. This sucks. Soviet-era places. World War II. Dead Mall. What? Oh, whoa, wait, the video on Discord? Okay, fine. Let me see. What is it? Abandoned Pontiac Silverdome. What's that? Sounds kind of familiar.
What's up, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome to Abandoned, episode
Football stadium?
33. This is the show where we talk about some of the most interesting abandoned places in the world. In the
That's
heart
crazy.
of
They
Pontiac, Michigan.
In
sits
Michigan?
one of the most famous
They really just abandoned a whole football stadium? That's crazy. That's so weird. You think they could use it for
abandoned
something?
structures in North America. At one time, the largest NFL stadium in the United States.
Yeah,
and
you'd
hosted
really think
incredible events like Super Bowl 60.
like you'd really think they could do
This
something with.
is the
Whoa!
Pontiac Silverdome.
Is it flooded?
As early as the late
Gross.
1950s, the Silverdome had been brought up on several occasions to incorporate it in city and statewide community projects. By 1966,
It's kind of like the Astrodome, I guess. Or we have an abandoned Astrodome in Houston, and like they keep trying to build things in it, and they like kind of never did.
Was finally realistically considered to continue the redevelopment projects for the city of Pontiac. Proposed to be constructed on a...
Like, wait, let me see if I can find... No, not Astroworld, the fucking tour! No, not the Astroworld where someone died. Yeah, my dad told me all these stories about how he used to go to Astroworld. It closed before I was born. But yeah, this is the indoor roller coaster it's like kind of known for. He has a video about Astrodome? Oh, we're gonna watch that next.
128-acre plot of land at the corner of two major highways, the Pontiac Metropolitan Stadium was
I don't really have a
extremely
strong opinion
well
on
received by the
indoor or
city.
outdoor roller
Urban
coasters.
planner
I like
John
all roller
Davidson
coasters.
had dreamed up the design and was architecturally drawn by Bruno Leon. With approval, in 1973, the Pontiac Metropolitan Stadium had broke ground.
Can you just show me when it's abandoned?
5. Where Garland Stoneland 35.
Yeah, this video is a lot of other
Its
stuff.
massive solid seat. Following a lawsuit with the city of Pontiac, which meant Detroit, the Lions made the decision to do the same.
Oh, they built a new stadium, okay.
60,000 seat stadium would be
Wow.
built as the new home for the Detroit Lions, which meant they would be abandoning the Silverdome. Following
Still,
a lawsuit
they
with
really
the city
should
of
have done
Pontiac,
something with it.
The Lions settled to end their contract 4 years early. As Ford Field was completed in 2002, the final game for the Detroit Lions at the Pontiac Silverdome took place on January 6, 2002. Now, this left the Silverdome without a home team, and the future was honestly
Yeah, I
not
was like,
looking
what are they
good
even
for
gonna
the
do there?
aging
I mean, they
stadium.
can.
Every
I guess
once
like
in a while,
at
the
stadiums
Silverdome would
they
host
they
some
also do
events.
like concerts and stuff.
However, nowhere near the amount it used to. The dome was still maintained in between each venue the space would host. Clearly, though, the city knew the future of the Silverdome would not be anywhere near its past.
Well,
And between
they do
2002
something
and
with it.
2009, the city began accepting potential bids to sell the property. The city was left with a massive empty stadium that was charging them around $1.5 million yearly just on upkeep. With all of the proposals,
that's the thing about
through,
these
though,
huge
the city
buildings
opted
is
to
it's
hold
so
a public
expensive.
Absolute auction where the highest bidder would take the property off the hands of Pontiac. So in 2009, the city officially placed the 128-acre property up for auction.
Oh, did anyone buy it?
Despite the history and the size of the structure, bids were nowhere near the real value of the Silverdome.
Yeah, they're trying to lowball the Silverdome.
Auction, there was no reserve price, which meant the property would go to the highest bidder. So on November 18th, 2009, the Pontiac Silverdome was sold for the unbelievable price of only $580,000.
Whoa, less than $1 million.
With inflation, the price to build a Silverdome was at around $219 million.
Yeah, wow.
The stadium was sold for 0.2%.
They kind of flopped. They kind of, not gonna lie, the Silverdome fell off.
While this was a steal for the property, it was also a direct result of the recession and how bad the local
this one was
economy
2009.
A Canadian real estate company had purchased the dome, vowed to put the
what the fuck? They
venue
sold it to the
space back
Canadians.
into use, and invested $6 million into the property.
Did they
And
renovate?
In March of 2010, the Silverdome finally
Whoa, monster
to
trucks!
host a monster truck event.
I've never been to a
the
monster
owners
truck
applied
event,
to
but they seem
massively
cool.
redevelop the Silverdome. The plans were
I won't
to
watch them,
divide
like,
the
do a
open
flip.
section of the stadium into 2 levels. The upper level would have a 30,000-seat soccer field, as the lower
Soccer?
level
What the
would have
fuck?
smaller
Soccer?
event spaces.
This is
This
America.
plan
We
would
play
have
football.
eliminated the roof and the expensive air fans. Ironically, though, by winter of 2012,
How do you know
the roof had
roof?
been damaged by built-up snow and ice, which began tearing through the canvas. By January of 2013, the roof was deflated to prevent further damage to the canvas. However, by the end of the month,
yeah, it's
the
all
roof
says
had
that
been
shit's fucked.
completely torn apart, allowing the harsh weather to damage the interior of the
Yeah,
Silverdome.
that shit is fucked.
The owners filed a lawsuit against their insurance company over claims that they were
They
wrongfully
sued the
denied for
insurance company.
repairs. While this court case was occurring, the Silverdome was left abandoned with its
No, the
roof
insurance didn't pay?
unrepaired.
They said no.
With the Silverdome sitting vacant, in 2014, the owners had decided to strip the stadium's assets and liquidated them in what seemed to be a quick cash grab. Following the
This guy just took the
auctions,
seats.
company allegedly
I want
raised
some
around
Silverdome
$500,000,
seats.
nearly what they initially paid for the Silverdome.
Oh, it's flooded.
While the megastructure sat vacant and rapidly deteriorating, the property
That
was
shit is
evaluated
gross.
to be worth around $2.1 million.
Yeah, you think they could just
which they
do
could
something
have
with the
sold it
land?
for. Yes, they put a substantial chunk of money back into the dome, but leaving the structure as it was reduced the value immensely. $2.1 million would have been the most realistic price they would have gotten, but that just wasn't enough for the Silverdome's owners. No. They instead listed the property for sale at, get this, $30 million.
Wow.
25 acres of land had already been leased to other companies, and of course the property was never sold. Instead, as time
Soccer league?
passed, the Silverdome sat completely abandoned.
So basically
By
they just did a shit job at
2016,
selling
many
it.
people were finding their way in and furthering the destruction of the Silverdome, including a fire in the
Obviously
press
not.
box.
Oh,
as a direct result
they
of
set it on
arson.
fire!
Despite the continued promise of redevelopment by the property's owners, the
Oh my
Pontiac
God.
Silverdome was continued to be left abandoned and in ruin, though its massive property size
That
has
looks
been put
gross.
to some sort of use. Remember back in 2015 when Volkswagen cheated their emissions test and
Not
was
really,
forced to
no, I don't
recall
remember.
nearly 500,000 vehicles? Well, I've always wondered where those cars went, and as it turns out,
What?
thanks to the massive size of the Silverdome's parking lot, Volkswagen
They're in the
now
Silver-
stored hundreds of affected cars there.
They're in the Silverdome parking lot?
The Silverdome
What?
also appeared in, what, the 94th Transformers film? All I know is that I got great reviews.
It's in this
Anyways,
Transformers. Oh my
finally,
god,
Mark-
this is a celebrity location. I want to go there.
March of 2017, a preliminary deal was made between the property's owners and the city to finally demolish the complex.
Oh, they're gonna tear it down.
Though progress has been slow,
There's so many cars. Oh my
in
god.
July, an official agreement was reached to fully demolish the structure. I actually visited the site in
It's
early
been knocked down?
July of 2017.
Snapchat
and
story. It
you
goes on
really
Snapchat.
Can't appreciate the scale of the dome without seeing it in person.
I don't really want
Construction
I don't
crews
really
were
care to
on site
appreciate it.
doing as what we were told, waiting for the proper permits. It does seem likely, though, that the land will be completely cleared by 2019, ending a long
When is this
and
video
painful
from?
run for the once incredible stadium. At the end of
Has it been demolished? I'm gonna look it up. Whoa, it collapsed? Why is this video so slow? Oh, holy shit! Whoa! Holy crap, it all just fell down! Oh! Whoa. That's kind of awesome. Damn! You know, it never occurred to me how you demolish a football stadium, but I guess you just blow it all up. Crazy. Yeah, so I guess... Am I watching implosions? No, I was just curious if they demolish the Superdome, which or Silver Dome, which they did. Wait. Oh my god, there's 77 of these. Wait. Yeah, the Houston Astrodome. Oh my god. Is that the Houston Astrodome where I'm from? Oh yeah, guys, I was born in the Astrodome. Oh. Yeah, one search, sorry. I appreciate it, though.
What's up, guys? My name is Jake,
What's up,
and welcome
guys?
to
What
Abandoned, episode 47. This is the show where we talk about some of the most interesting...
They said that, I remember
places.
the last rumor I remember hearing about this Astrodome is that they were gonna make it like a Olympic-sized swimming pool, like a swimming training facility. I don't think that happened. My dad always knows what's going on with the
This episode
Astrodome.
is brought to you by Dollar Shave.
Shut the fuck up.
1960 sits another dome in Michigan. But over
Oh,
1,000
there's the
miles away
implosion.
in the great state of Texas sits another enormous stadium with its own tumultuous history.
It's really famous. It was like the first one with a dome ceiling, I
Today,
think.
let's take a look at the now abandoned Houston Astrodome.
When is this video
All the way
from?
back in the 1960s,
This one's more recent.
Major League Baseball was quickly growing more and more in the United States.
Baseball.
Over in Houston, Texas, the city was expected to get two
This is
new
like they were the
teams under
Oilers.
the condition that the city built a covered, air-conditioned stadium.
Yeah,
So the
it
city
has to
and
be
the
air-conditioned, they would
enthusiastic
die.
mayor set out to build, which at the time was the country's first dome stadium.
Yeah, it was the first
An
dome stadium.
enormous and impressive
Impressive.
engineering feat from architects Herman Lloyd and W.B. Morgan.
It was a big
along
deal,
with Morris Architects.
apparently.
As construction began in January of 1962,
Wow, it's huge.
the final design brought the structure to an incredible 18 stories tall, with the dome spanning around 642 feet across and covering around 9.5
I don't think the dome
acres
is actually
of
up anymore.
At the time it was built, the stadium could comfortably hold around 42,000 people
Wow.
and became an outstanding piece of architecture for the city of Houston.
Yeah,
By
that's a
late
big deal.
1964 and right on its $18 million budget, the stadium was completed, and as the city's
Oh my
new
god, the ticket checkers dressed up as astronauts?
the Astros moved into their new home, the building was given the final
Or really, it was I guess it was already the Astros. They weren't the Oilers in the 60s?
for its new team, the Astros.
Oh, wait, the Oilers is football. Shit. My dad would be so disappointed in me.
So in April,
The Oilers were in fact not a baseball team. Sorry. I think it's a better name than the one we have now, though.
1965, a sold
Fake sports fan? I never claimed to be a sports fan. Oh, how my father wishes I was, though. My dad is very into sports. My dad is very into sports, and he has 2 daughters who could not care less about sports. My dad really wishes he had a son, I think.
out mega crowd of 47,000 people, along with President Lyndon B. Johnson. and
Oh,
tens of
President Lyndon B.
thousands more
Johnson.
across the country watched the Houston Astros play.
Bro,
against
they're
the
going crazy.
legendary
Look at that
New
kick
York
line.
Yankees. All in all, it became a momentous beginning for what many call
Okay.
the Astrodome as the 8th.
Look, I don't want to roast the Astrodome, but the current baseball stadium in Houston goes fucking hard. It's awesome. It's built in what used to be an old train station, so there's a train inside of it. There's a working train inside of it, and if the Astros hit a home run, the train starts up and it goes along the tracks, and it's crazy. Okay, like the new Astro Stadium is fire. I've been there quite a few times because my parents like baseball.
Wonder of the world. And as the Daily News called it, the Taj Mahal of sports.
Wait, well, I'll show you guys the train. Yeah, it's modeled after an 1860s locomotive. Look at it. It's full of oranges. It's full of oranges because it's Minute Maid Stadium. It's crazy. It goes like on the ceiling, like up on the roof. The Minute Maid train. Guys, I love the Minute Maid train. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, and there's a guy who drives it. I've only seen it go a couple times, but yeah, I've heard the Astros are good at baseball. I don't know.
Sports, the newest and greatest American sports stadium ever built. The world-class facility was also outfitted to the highest quality with 53 luxury box suites.
I didn't know it had
5 different restaurants.
5 restaurants?
42,000 regular seats had comfortable cushions for an enjoyable
Whoa,
viewing
they were
experience.
comfortable.
The stadium
The new ones
also
aren't
became
cushioned.
The first in the world to use a new field technology.
Oh yeah,
called
AstroTurf.
The fake
Yeah, you guys know AstroTurf is named after the Houston Astros?
grass, which is now used in almost every indoor field in the world. To solidify this area of Houston,
I think it's mostly because it would take too much water to grow real grass in Houston, Texas. To grow that much real grass.
Hub across the street and connected to the main Astrodome facility.
And also because the dome doesn't open, so there was no sun.
New theme park called
Astro World.
In the following years, the Astrodome held many major events, becoming a huge
Astro
part of
World
the
is
city
also
and
dead.
one of the most
Rest in
famous
peace. I never got to go
stadiums in
there.
America.
I never knew you.
At one point, it was even the third most visited attraction in America, right
Really?
behind the Golden Gate Bridge. Not only was it a marvel in design, which hosted
You hate going where? To baseball games? They're way too long.
performances like Elvis Presley and Evel Knievel, but
Oh,
it had
Evel
special
Knievel!
parts of it which
Is that Kick Buttowski's Suburban Daredevil?
people would
You guys remember Kick Buttowski's Suburban Daredevil? That shit kind of went hard.
remember forever. Like the hosting staff, which were dressed in space suits and
Bro,
called
this...
cadets.
Oh my god, those outfits are so cute. I want this outfit for real.
Going along with the 1960s sci-fi theme of the Astrodome looking like a flying saucer.
That's
It was
awesome,
memories
dude.
like
The new
this
one,
which
the
stuck with a
people
lot
do
of
not dress
sport
up.
and concert-going public. By 1989, in order to keep up with the American Disabilities Act and to meet the needs of the Houston Oilers, the Astrodome closed
Oh,
to
yeah.
under renovation.
The Oilers.
Along with making the building more accessible, the
Wow,
overall
we love an
capacity was
accessibility
increased to
icon.
now hold almost 55,000 people, and the stadium could now host various sporting events from the MLB, NBA, and NFL.
I didn't know
In
they
the
had football
90s,
games in
the
there.
Astrodome was used as the major setting for the 1992 Republican National Convention.
Wow.
To which George H.W. Bush
Yay.
became the Republican nominee.
Love
By
it.
this time, the Astrodome was nearing the height of its popularity as pop star Selena Quintanilla Perez took the stage as
Oh.
over 66,000 fans watch her perform, just 1 month before her death.
Wow,
Over on
the
sports
Astro-
side
the
of things,
Astrodome killed her.
both main teams, the Oilers and the Astros, wanted a new stadium built, as the 1960s era building was starting to become a little too dated for them.
Really?
However,
They want it's too dated? That's a really weird reason to build a new stadium.
once funding was denied to both teams, the Oilers had moved states over to Tennessee. This
Yeah,
sort of forced
well, we don't have
city's
the
hand
Oilers
in
anymore.
Building a new ball.
There's the new one! That's the train. See, oh, wait, can you guys see my mouse? Wait, have you guys not been able to see my mouse? I don't think you can. Oh, I forgot to set it. What? Can't see the mouse? Now can you see it? This is where the train is. It's right under here.
Astros, which instantly
So, like, if they hit it past the train, it's a home run.
put the future of their home field into question. As more and more people began to see the Astrodome as a dated venue, the days a major team would be playing there were numbered. So as the new ballpark
That's why they abandoned it, just because it was, like, too old? I always assumed that it, like, something broke or something.
being built in downtown Houston, the team announced their last home game at the
Aw.
Astrodome was on October 9th, 1999.
1999.
By the early 2000s, more and more of
Oh,
the
it's
major
pretty.
events which had been held at the stadium had found other and newer facilities.
No, they just go to the
During this
convention
time,
center.
The city was awarded an NFL expansion franchise with the Houston Texans. However,
Yeah, the
instead
Texans
of
suck,
utilizing
I think.
the now teamless Astrodome, the city instead built a brand new $350 million stadium directly beside the Astrodome. The new facility, which was now called the Reliance
Yeah, there's the
Stadium,
Reliance
opened
Center. And then right over here is where they have anime conventions. There's the Reliance Stadium has like a convention center behind it.
2002 with Houston's new team, and with an increased seating capacity to over...
I know, the fact that they just built it right there is kind of crazy.
To make way for the new stadium, some of the former facility structures for the Astrodome were demolished and replaced with flat ground parking, which caused problems.
I swear to God, the Reliance Stadium parking is like... I swear to God, it's like 3 miles of parking lot. Like, if you park in the Reliance Stadium, you will be walking for 1 million years.
Problems for the theme park across the street as they began to get into a parking dispute.
Like, this is all, it's just all parking.
Shiny stadium built and open for fans.
Oh my God, I remember when Reliant had the old logo. And now it says NRG. I used to go there a lot. My parents are into, my dad especially was into taking us to see sports. I hated it.
Became almost irrelevant as major events like the Houston Livestock Show.
Oh yeah, I forgot to detail that. This 1 million quadrillion acres of parking lot is where the rodeo is. You guys are looking at the rodeo venue. It's very authentic.
Which caused problems for the theme park across the street as they began to get into it. The Astrodome became almost irrelevant as major...
I can't believe that they just have the rodeo. Like, the rodeo is so cramped. I can't believe they never put any of it in the Astrodome. It must be really, like, out of code and dangerous to go to the Astrodome now.
Like the Houston Livestock Show and rodeo moved elsewhere.
Yeah, they're right next. He said moved elsewhere and not moved right next door to Reliant.
Tired-looking structure loomed in the shadow of the...
Why are they like roasting it? How ugly it is.
Stadium. Well, the Dome did host a George Strait concert with a record 68,000 people attending. By 2004, the stadium was on its last legs. With less and less events being held in the facility, the operating expenses were beginning to skyrocket with little revenue coming in. Then, in 2005, the Astrodome found a very unlikely use. Around 300 miles east of Houston,
it was a hurricane shelter for a while.
Doing immense damage to New Orleans.
It's always New Orleans. Always New Orleans with these abandoned-ass videos.
Had arranged a deal to transport thousands of people who had been trapped inside
they were in the
New
Astrodome.
Orleans Superdome and stage them inside the Astrodome. This had lasted through the end of August into early September.
Wait, actually, I forgot to mention one more very important event. Right here, this is where Hatsune Miku had a concert. Hatsune Miku had a concert here. Okay, that was it.
Following various health and safety code leaving the sprawling mullet with regular games, and the Astrodome.
Yeah, there was a Miku concert.
Was left dormant.
Right here, right behind the stadium.
Across the street, the now Six Flags Houston, formerly Astroworld, had fallen
it's
into some
gone.
financial trouble, and by the hand of its own company, Six Flags decided to shut down, then demolish the entirety of.
Yeah, I'm serious. Miku-chan. Oh my God, you guys see Project Sekai? Today is the April Fool's thing going on. It's so cool.
Astroworld. And by 2006, the once sprawling theme park was now just an empty plot of land.
Woo, empty lot!
The Astrodome as the sole remaining building in the once tourism mecca.
I wish it was still there. Oh my God, like if you want to go to an amusement park and you live in Houston now, it's so far away. Like I wish there was an amusement park right there.
The city's inspection officers had sealed the dome's fate as it was closed until further notice.
Yeah, it's probably just like dangerous in there. Yeah.
The stadium was left in disrepair with a staggering estimate of around $30 million to bring the building back up to code. With the stadium sitting abandoned and
why did he throw a frisbee? I have no idea. I didn't take this video.
Or a private party willing to put up the money. In 2012, Houston spent around $500,000 in a study to find out what to do.
They spent $500,000 on a study? What?
Found that there was great public support to keep the Astrodome.
Yeah, people don't want it gone.
Repurposing use they found, It would likely cost the taxpayers around $124 to well over $300 million.
Wow,
The
really?
city began looking into different revitalization ideas, all costing in the tens and hundreds of millions of dollars. All in the meantime, it was costing around $2 million a year just in maintenance. Keep in mind, too, that even if the city wanted to just remove it completely, it would still cost upwards of $25 million, since you can't just implode a structure due to its proximity to the Reliant Stadium.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of the
entire
city.
building would need to be completely gutted and removed of asbestos before demolition.
Asbestos!
By the end of 2013, the city had planned and executed the demolition and removal of some exterior elements of the stadium.
Oh, I didn't
The
know that.
ramp
I didn't know it
towers
used.
and
I didn't know
small
it used to have
ground structures
towers.
like ticket booths. Just a month prior to this, taxpayers voted down on a $300 million revamp proposal.
It would have been cool if
the
they had
fate of
made
the
it an
dome
Olympic
in
swimming
very
pool.
dim light. The city and county continued to take in suggestions and proposals for the Astrodome, like in 2014.
I propose they make it
when a new
Miku
sort of
concert
bizarre
again.
plan came to light, which proposed demolishing the structure, yet leaving its exterior styling as sort of a
Oh, whoa, that's
skeleton
cool.
around
It's
the
like a
structure.
park? Whoa. Like a park with like the walls?
Yet leaving its exterior styling as sort of a
Oh, and then there's sports stuff.
skeleton around a new flat park.
Oh, this looks cool.
Which in the middle would have a miniature replica
Oh, tiny Astrodome.
of the Astrodome. This plan was set to cost around $60 million and
Wow, that is a lot.
never got off the ground.
That would be cool to make it a park. We need more greenery in Houston.
Other proposals included a convention center, a luxury hotel,
Luxury hotel?
community space and park, all of which
They should make a community space and park. We don't have enough of that in Houston. No one...
$50 million
Wait, someone...
and, well, never got off the ground. Other
Convention center? That's crazy. Well, I mean, we have a lot of convention space in Houston. Like, we have, like, huge convention centers, and there's, like, 2 of them.
proposals included a convention center, a luxury
Bro, this is... What the fuck is going on in this picture? What is this concept? It's, like...
hotel,
It's like a 2-story park? Like, there's grass on the 2nd floor? What the fuck am I looking at?
All of which had little financial support and just...
Oh, this is cool. All of these are just, like, nice concept art. They mean, like, a... Oh, they want to put, like, some rides back in. They should open Astroworld again.
never made it off the drawing board. While all of this was happening, the Astrodome continued to sit in the hot Texas sun.
It would be a
now
nice
devoid
park.
of seats and completely abandoned.
We're making a nice
In
park.
late 2016, a brand new $105 million proposal was
Make a
submitted
park.
detailing a plan which would utilize the Astrodome in a new way. The schematics called
Is this
for
the
a
pool
raising
thing?
of the Astrodome's floor and utilize the new ground level space as an indoor parking area.
Oh, no, parking.
Above
Never
would be
mind.
9 acres
Houston's favorite thing is parking lots.
of event space. At this price point, city officials had actually approved the first part of this plan, and just a few months later in early 2000,
I didn't know they actually approved
the
it.
Texas Historical Commission had voted to mark the Astrodome as a historical structure.
Historical
This now meant
structure?
that
I guess
no
it
matter
is.
what, the former stadium couldn't be demolished unless authorized.
They just can't demolish it now. That's stupid. Why would they just can't demolish it, but they also can't do anything with it, so it's just getting gross. It's not like you're respecting it as a historical landmark.
This was great news for supporters of the revitalization plan.
Like, they should do something with it, but if you're gonna bother making a historical site, you should do something with it, not just, like, not.
And the full $105 million was approved in February of 2018. So now, after 12
It's still just there.
arduous years of failed ideas and almost certain demolition, the Astrodome is set to return in 2020. Though in
It's 2023, the Astrodome has not returned.
2019, the city had run into some budget problems as the air conditioner...
Wait, what's the article's called? Wait, what's going on with the Astrodome now? Yeah, that's pretty much every couple months in Houston, people are like, oh, what are they doing over there?
was, for whatever reason, not factored into the renovation budget.
But they didn't budget for air conditioning? God, Houston's a disaster. Disaster city.
So if the approved project does proceed, then a more realistic opening date would be around 2021.
It's 2023. It's 2023.
Though, given the history of this facility, maybe even more. When I began this piece on the Astrodome, I didn't really understand why so many people wanted to save a structure.
Oh, people love it.
Passed. But I began to understand
Yeah,
that
people are
so
obsessed
many
with the
people,
Astrodome.
not even just in Houston, saw their first baseball game there, or it was their first major stadium. They watched a football game, then went over to Astroworld for the evening.
I wish I
It was a
had been
place
to
which gave so many
Astroworld.
people incredible memories. And now as sports fans and concert goers peer down onto the
Yeah, that's the
Astrodome,
saddest thing is when you go to see another sports team, you're just looking at it. Like, I imagine if you are someone who has very strong, like, happy memories of the Astrodome, you're just, like, looking at it.
from the Reliance Stadium, now called the NRG Stadium.
Yeah, it's the NRG
they asked
Stadium.
themselves, how did this happen? And it's a good question, because really, the Astrodome was already enough. And if they had just used
Yeah, I can't understand. They said that they wanted a new stadium because the 60s architecture was too dated. Like, first of all, it's cool, and second of all, what the fuck kind of reason is that?
they spent on the brand new stadium sitting right next
to build a stadium next to the stadium because it was like old. What the fuck?
And had completely revamped the Astrodome.
I smell corporate espionage. I bet the company that the Reliant company like blackmailed them into building a new stadium.
I don't think the city would be in the problem it's in right now. But at the end of the day, after all these mistakes, hopefully one day sports fans will get to revisit and relive the abandoned Astrodome.
The abandoned asteroid. What is this at the end? Oh, Harry's sponsor. And I wish I'd been to Astroworld. That looks fun. There's no, there's just not an easily accessible amusement park, really. Alright, what else we got? Yeah, these are pretty good videos. They're not so much about, like, the abandoned stuff, like, exploring it or whatever. Like, they're more about the history of how it became abandoned, which is cool. A Target Canada? What is that? Fukushima's abandoned department store. Chernobyl. Asylum, ooh. Ooh, a plant. Alright, let's watch this one. This is the same guy. The Packer plant. I know about this one a little bit.
What's up, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome to Abandoned, episode 72. Detroit, Michigan is known for having many iconic abandoned buildings. Having explored many of them, they provided me with some of the most surreal experiences of my life. But one absolutely massive cluster of buildings have always stood out for decades as the quintessential abandoned building.
The neighborhood one in the Discord. Fine. We're in Discord.
The once great Motor City. They stand even today as a spectacular showcase of modern ruin, spanning several city blocks and in an almost unthinkable condition.
Like, abandoned factories and plants and, like, industrial buildings are kind of sad, because it's like, you know, they took so many, like, jobs and communities with them, and the thing is, like, all these plants and factories and stuff didn't close because they didn't need, they didn't close because they stopped manufacturing that stuff. They closed because they started manufacturing it in, like, China and India and Indonesia. So, like, where they can pay people in not living wages.
Standing as a place of industry and manufacturing of the luxury Packard automobiles, the city may finally be demolishing this long derelict plant.
Yeah, that place is creepy though. It's really falling apart.
This began and journey through the tumultuous decades that ultimately led to this becoming one of the largest abandoned buildings in America. This is the Detroit.
That's like multiple buildings.
This episode has been brought to you by Ford Corporation through the early 1900s. Established in 1899, the two founding brothers of the company, along with their investors, had decided to...
I want to skip to the part where it's abandoned. Like, I can imagine how they built it.
Dumping hazardous waste around the property
Lamau.
Cause environmental cleanup issues.
Oh, Lamau, they were dumping hazardous waste. Lamau.
Through harsh winters and securing the nearly 2 miles worth of perimeter walls from an increasingly rough neighborhood, well, I'd imagine it's a costly effort.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
Why the company failed to pay property tax in 1993 and declared bankruptcy.
Yeah, I want to just see it.
Of failure.
I'm not gonna
Banksy
watch this whole
notably
thing.
painted a mural inside the Packard.
Oh, there's Banksy, yeah.
And the building served as a.
Banksy is such a hack.
Seemed, at least on the surface.
I feel as someone who's like into art, like Banksy is like a hack to me, in my opinion. Man, I really want to just watch Mysteries of the Abandoned, like the show. It's my favorite show. What's up, gamer? Watching videos of abandoned places.
The intriguing story of
Oh, here's some clips from the Science Channel. Are they gonna copyright me? It's 3 minutes. Can I watch 3 minutes of a show which you have uploaded to YouTube? Science Channel.
crumbling buildings begins over 4,000
I'm
miles
keeping an eye on the
away in
copyright
19th
thing.
century France.
The French were facing an issue with their prisons.
It's
They were
prison. There's so
crowded
many abandoned
and they were
prisons.
expensive.
And slavery is about to be abolished around the world in their colonies.
If I watched, I'd die instantly. Good.
To combat the combination of rising crime and a shortage of workers
You
to
French,
maintain
yeah.
foreign
It's the
territories,
clip we got.
Napoleon III hits upon a drastic solution.
The French began exploiting their colonial territories abroad by sending their very worst criminals there.
The very worst
This
criminals.
removed dangerous prisoners from France, took the strain off the French prison system, and gave the French colonialists a free workforce abroad.
No, I mean, making fun of French people is good, but like, yeah, they do have good protest
Established
culture.
In 1852,
Based.
this penal colony, located along the Maroni River, was the first stop for convicts sentenced to prison and hard labor in French Guiana.
It's no coincidence that this type of punishment was often used in some of the most inhospitable and remote
Damn.
territories in any given European's empire.
By 1946,
It's kind of
70,000
beautiful.
convicts had been shipped across the
It's
Atlantic
pretty.
to South America.
This is like old,
Yet
old.
it was another 2 decades before this place became truly infamous.
Damn, look how nasty though on the inside.
names and signatures.
No, it's just copyrighted. Use I can't say that. Bro, Science Channel. This is a message for the Science Channel, okay? I know they're watching. They're not, but you uploaded this to YouTube. It's just on there. What else? I'm just like, you uploaded it. It's on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna Google Gukanjima Island? Fine, show it. Battleship Island? Whoa, what the hell is this? Can you hear it okay? What, is it on a boat? Or is it just a man-made island? Whoa! That would be... That's just like Fither's room. Fither's room needs to be on Mysteries of the Abandoned. Top 10 scariest things people found in New Orleans. Number 1, Fither's room. Dude. This is like... This is freaky. Being like in the middle of nowhere. Fither living in mold. Okay, don't tell him I said this. I don't think he's here. Don't tell him I said this. Fither's room, like, looks kind of fire. Like, he's got a lot of really cool stuff in his, like, he's got, like, a cool collection. He collects a lot of stuff. Don't tell him I said that. His room is probably smelly, though. I've seen pictures, but I haven't smelled it. Dude, this is kind of freaky to be, like, so far removed from any other civilization. I mean, it smells like socks. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, someone asked Fither what his room smells like. Although he does like burn wax. Like I used to make fun of him all the time for this. He like burns the white girl candles where it smells like pumpkin spice and shit. So maybe his room actually smells good. Google, okay, at Fither. Oh, what does your room smell like? / are you burning white girl wax? He is white. I'm gonna ask him. Alright, let's see if he responds. Meanwhile, we're gonna look at Battleship Island. Yeah, he is white girl, though. Okay, I don't want to watch this intro. Dude, this is wild. Just look how dense it is. He's not gonna respond. He's probably sleeping. It's past his bedtime. He's old. He goes to sleep early. He's like 1,000,000 years old. So those Japanese cat islands? No, this is like a creepy abandoned island. It's like a creepy island. It's not cute. I mean, maybe there are cats there. There probably aren't, though. Okay, why is the wind so loud?
Wow, guys. Hope you can hear me well.
Oh my god, this dude has so much promo going on. Island A gay something. Wait, what is that? What was that caption?
This place is known as Battleship Island, aka Gukenjima.
No, he said AKA Gukenjima, but it says a gay fucking Jima. That's really funny.
This place is
I'm gonna watch it again.
known as Battleship Island, aka Gukenjima.
AKA Gukenjima. It censored him. Oh, hell no. Lol.
Mashima Island.
No, that's a subtitle W. That's hilarious. It's been pretty okay for the most part. I need subtitles, you guys. I like the subtitles. I'm sorry. Even if they're bad, it's better than nothing.
In the James Bond film Skyfall.
Oh, it was in the movie?
This is where they filmed it.
Whoa.
Various movies here, such as Attack on Titan.
What?
And we're just gonna be exploring the place.
Attack on Titan? What Attack on Titan is this?
Giving you guys a lot of history on it.
Whoa, he said freedom. Sasageo.
And I'll be taking photos.
Sasageo. Shinjo Sasageo.
And I'm really happy that I get to be here.
I haven't watched like the Attack on Titan live action movie. I know they have one. I bet it's bad.
A lot has changed in those years. My skill set in videography.
Okay. Show us the buildings, my guy.
It was also very hard for the miners to work here. They had very rough.
They were mining? What were they mining in like the middle of the ocean?
Abandoned when petroleum was introduced for energy.
Oh, coal, I guess?
And they didn't need to mine for coal anymore.
Yeah, that's what I get for not paying attention.
Throughout this video, I'm gonna be explaining thoroughly most of the history. Yeah.
All right, show me.
Today. My boy Espinasse right here. You guys already know.
Oh my god, they're promoting this other guy. Oh, who's this other guy? Just show me the buildings. Is it actually on a boat?
A hospital.
Oh, a hospital.
That was a war.
How did he get there? Can you just take a boat there?
This one I never explored, but this was...
Wait, I want to just look up the Wikipedia about this place first, real quick. Wait, no, that's not it. Oh, Gukenjima redirects here. Vlogger, you guys already know. Me, I do not. It is also a member of Japanese war crimes. Links to the Wikipedia page about... Oh, you guys want to look at some Japanese war crimes? The Empire of Japan committed war crimes. Why is that just funny to me? I'm sorry. War crimes are not funny. Guys, I do not encourage laughing at war crimes. Anyway. Oh, that's just a nickname. Jima being the Rendaku form of Shima, meaning island. Oh my god. Shima from Blue Exorcist. Renzo Shima from Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist, which is having season 3 come out. It is just an island. It's not, like, actually a battleship. I guess it just kind of looks like it. Gunkan meaning warship. Jima... Oh, because it's resemblance from a distance to the Japanese battleship Tosa. Japanese battleship Tosa. Blue Exorcist... Yeah, Blue Exorcist is my one true love. Dude. the day I make it through an entire stream without talking about Blue Exorcist, is the day I will graduate.
An apartment building meant for single individuals.
These apartments.
And the miners would live.
Oh, this architecture is kind of cool, like the stairs that crisscross like that.
But look at the structure. The stair shape. It's really nice.
Yeah, he agrees with me.
Everything's very dangerous.
It is very- she just got so close to the camera, like, it is very dangerous. Shit, rocks, I want to eat one. Can't relate, I don't eat rocks. He just got so close to the camera, the vlogger jump scare.
It is very dangerous to explore this.
He jump scared me, literally.
I'm not even gonna attempt it.
No, he's not gonna attempt. Weak! Lame! Weak! I would have gone in there. I would have gone in there. I wouldn't.
Here's a glimpse of one of the rooms. It's in a terrible condition.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, way too dangerous.
Probably full of asbestos? Okay, and? I'm just built different, okay? Asbestos is not a big deal. For me. It is for you, not for me. I'm fine. That's crazy that they just abandon a whole island like that. It's pretty wild. Amanda has lungs too? Yeah. My lungs be a little bit upgraded. That's also why I'm immune to COVID. I'm immune to COVID and asbestos.
In the urbex world. It was built right after World War II, around 1945. And these were meant for the families to live in.
It'd be crazy to be like a kid and you just live in like an island with these like super dense apartments. I feel like it'd be a weird childhood, you know?
So many families would be living in here.
Dude, take a step back from the
At
microphone.
one point in time.
I'm one to talk about audio quality though.
The island was populated from 1887 to 1974.
Mm.
Its most notable features are the
Crazy.
bank concrete buildings to withstand typhoons and the seawall surrounding it to protect it from flooding.
Oh yeah, that's what that big wall
The
is.
16-acre island's population reached its peak of 5,259 people.
Yeah, oh wow, only
on
5,000
Hiroshima,
people.
An equivalent of a population density of 200,000 people per square mile.
Whoa, that's dense, I think. That's a weird way to put it. 216,000 people per square mile. Yeah, that's a lot, I think. I don't know that much about population density.
This is just the most amazing place.
It's just the most amazing place.
Like we're standing in the hospital building and just here's the surgery. The operating theater.
The way he like is talking about how mysterious this hospital is, and then the camera pans over and it's just a camera on a tripod from these vloggers. I'm sorry, I was expecting to see like creepy surgery, and it was just a tripod.
The hospital building and just here's
But
the surgery.
tripod. So, you guys, this is not a scary shot. Come on, learn to clear your equipment.
On the most densely populated place on the planet, which this place used to be.
Really, it was the most densely populated.
Incredibly busy. Industrial area, there would've been
Vlogger
huge
moment.
areas, like,
Yeah, they had really bad working conditions here too.
yeah.
So this place was used a lot on the island.
Imagine people.
Wow, it was used a lot on the island. These guys have incredible commentary. Just show us the buildings.
Maybe not. I remember when I first came here, I saw
How did these guys get here? Can you just take a boat here? Like, you can just go there?
stands of like a bone. Yeah. I don't know where it is now.
What are they doing? Is it touching? Oh, I made it full
Let's
screen.
see a little bit of the, like the spine or a bone.
Oh, it's an X-ray.
Here's some equipment. All dismantled up. Just gonna.
It's so weird they would just leave and they don't like take that stuff somewhere.
You got the ward, correct? Yeah, this is the isolation ward.
Oh, for when you get COVID.
This one was specifically telling me that. See that building through that window?
What are they talking
Apparently,
about?
He said that that's where dead bodies. He said dead bodies, and I didn't understand what that meant. But
What?
that could have been maybe the morgue area. We found some X-rays right here.
Washed out from the sunlight and the weather.
Wash out from the sunlight. That guy's Australian.
That's where Espinosa was pointing at.
Motherfucker's Australian. What the fuck? What are you doing being Australian?
Kind of does look like a morgue. There's no windows. And usually morgues, like, there's no windows in them. And no sunlight can get in.
Uh-huh. That's freaky. The, like, complete pitch darkness in there. Ugh. He just went like,
Strange building, that's for sure. It's very small.
I don't think I'm gonna like and subscribe this guy. Okay, don't. I mean, I won't either.
Yeah, I was right.
His phone is just Google translating Japanese for morgue.
It says it was the morgue.
Oh, what's Japanese for morgue?
Morgue.
I want to know now.
That building.
Someone look up what's Japanese for morgue.
See?
Morgue. That's just morgue with a Japanese accent. Oh, stop pointing your fucking vlog camera at your phone. I don't want to see your phone.
Until the end of the Second World War, Korean conscripted civilians and Chinese prisoners of war were forced to work under very harsh conditions.
Oh, really?
Treatment at the Mitsubishi facility as forced laborers under.
Yeah, that's why I said Japanese war crimes.
Policies. During this period, it is
Yeah, look at these, like,
estimated that
the
about
seawalls.
1,300 of those laborers had died on the island due to various reasons, including underground accidents, exhaustion, and malnutrition.
Where were they mining? Like, underwater?
Eventually, when coal
I don't see anything on here that could be a mine.
declined, operations at the facility ceased, and the island was abandoned in 1970.
Where are they mining?
I've been up
Where are they mining coal here?
before. There's a slide.
A slide?
And on the very tippy top floor was actually a nursery school.
Oh, it's for the kids. I want to see the slide. Show us the slide. Show me the slide.
So here's a glimpse of how one of the rooms would look like.
Show us the slide. It's just a more
It was
broken
traditional
shit.
Tatami style.
Oh, tatami.
I can tell because of the floor.
Wow, this guy's a genius. Someone give him a fucking Nobel Prize. Guys, just think this floor is tatami because it has tatami on the floor.
You have to take off your shoes right here before you can walk.
Yeah, take your shoes off, dude. You're being disrespectful. Take your shoes off in the abandoned house.
Wow, right to my left is like the kitchen.
He sounded so surprised. Wow, right to my left is like a kitchen. What the fuck did you think was in a house, bro? Whoa.
Wow, right to my left is
Wow.
like the kitchen.
Like a kitchen. Bro. Wow, that's really shocking.
There's even a little stove.
Wow, a stove.
There's still some stuff left behind here too. These are clothes. But yeah,
This
we're
dude's like
on
so close to the
very
microphone.
Top floor right now.
Where's the slide? I want to see the
We
slide.
have an incredible view.
Wow, the ocean just like goes on forever. It'd be kind of
We have
scary.
this running down toilets.
Yas. The piss.
And right on
The
other
abandoned
side,
piss.
There were also rooms here. Yeah, I think they're all about the same square space.
Where's... Well, this dude... Bro, he's scaring me standing right there on the edge. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. He is scaring me. Back up from the ledge, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's my favorite slide of all time. Yeah, I thought it's...
Whoa, oh, there's the slide.
Right
Show
over
me...
there
Wait.
is my favorite slide of all time.
It's his favorite slide of all time. What the...
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a slide. Where's the slide? Oh, there's the slide. It's like gross. What does the slide go? Like, down the building? Eh?
Really strange how it's a concrete slide. Really does hurt the booty.
It really does. Wait, it's a concrete... Oh, it just goes into the pit. I'm stupid. Concrete slide? That sounds horrible. How does that even slide? Dude, concrete has so much friction. But it doesn't even go. This is a shit slide. Shit slide. Whose idea was it to build a slide out of concrete? Also, nice color adjust, dude.
Dude, that pool must have like hurt people. It's made of concrete.
Yeah, why would you make a concrete slide? That's super weird. Whoa. That's a nice picture.
Yo, that's my wife.
What is it? I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh! They found tits. Never mind, I do care.
What? Yeah.
No lock. He's gonna find the most random shit.
My wife. My wife.
Oh, he found his wife.
Yo, that's my wife. My wife too. Yeah. Well, your wife. Yeah. Our wife.
What are these guys doing? Oh my god. This is not very exciting.
Still so much.
Show me more. Yo, we should look up.
This could have been a little hospital room.
We should look up demolition imploding videos. 15 structure. Oh, building compilation. Yes. Compilation. Show me.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa! Oh my god, they're just going in like towards each other. Whoa! Oh wait, I'm playing this one back. Look, they just hit each other? Whoa! That shit exploded like crazy. Whoa, are those nuclear power plants? Oh my god, it all returns to nuclear power plants. Oh! They go down, like they explode them from the bottom. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. What? They just like... this one in the back just looks like it's made of jello. Just like folded. Oh. Oh! Oh my god, look, it just cracked right there. Holy shit. Yeah, you can see they put the bombs. Whoa! Oh my god, that was scary. That one's like falling all the way down. Oh, wow. Everyone's look at all these people clapping. Oh shit, this is a stadium. That one explosion looks so small, just like 1, 2. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Did you see it go all down? Holy shit. Okay, that's crazy. Whoa. You see, like, where it's actually, like, fused together. This one's got, like, sexy music. What the fuck? Oh my god, look at it go all the way up. It just slides. Oh my god, it's like Jenga. It just goes down. Whoa! This one, like, inverted and folded. Holy shit, what's this? Which, are they demolishing this whole thing? Oh, whoa! Oh, my heart stopped for a sec. I thought it was gonna fall on this truck. Holy shit. Play that back. Oh my god, it really looked like it was just about to fall on that thing. Oh, that's crazy. Bro, look at it. It's falling like dominoes. It did fall on a car? I looked away for a sec. I looked at my computer. Oh, it did just fall on someone's car! That person's like, damn. Why would you park your car so close to a shit that was about to be fucking demolished? Idiocy. Whoa, oh my god, look at that. Look at it all fall down. It all returns to nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Oh, whoa, why did this one go from the center? Oh, this one's so crunchy. Whoa, and it's really loud. Damn. That one cracked like an eggshell. Oh! Man, these come down like crazy. There's a car alarm going off. That one hit a car too. Are they gonna pull? The cow. Look at this guy running away. That's so dangerous. Oh! The ladder! Why would you attach it to a ladder? That's like the flimsiest part. Holy shit. That one looks like when freaking someone dies in Endgame, it just demolishes. There's another stadium. Apparently there have been a lot more stadiums demolished than I thought. Whoa, look at this one. This one's fucked up. Oh, look at the wood splinter. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, French people. Superb. Alright, what's going down here? They said they'd be demolished easily? I mean, I don't know if these are as easy as they look. Like, they've got to be using a lot of, like, explosives and stuff. I don't think they're just, like, I feel like it takes a lot of firepower to do this, but I don't really know. Oh! All of them! All of them went down! They just demolished 5 buildings at once! Holy shit! Oh my god. Are these gonna fall like dominoes? Why are they like pulling from the middle? This seems like not a good way to do it. What are these? Are these like grain silos? That one was kind of lame. That one's kind of lame. Next one. Oh, it does really look like they're melting. Like everyone clapping. This one's scary. It's like next to people's houses. That'd freak me out. Oh, see, there's all the explosives going off right in the middle there. And this other side's about to come down. Wow. That one just folded. Oh! Explode. That was just a big boom. What the fuck? They just drove a car through it? What the fuck is that? That is... what? What the hell? What is wrong with them? Oh my god. Okay, I feel like leaving on that note. That was too powerful. They just drove a fucking car through it. That is insane. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh. Shit lagging? The hell? Whoa, why is it so laggy? Okay. Oh, seems... that's weird. Alright, everyone. Good night. Thank you for joining. This was a good time. It was a little bit later than usual. I think I want to try to do a later stream, but I'm kind of tired, so I don't know. Alright. No stream tomorrow, no stream Monday. I'm gonna post the schedule, like, literally right after this, because I already made it. So, watch for that, I guess. I'm really tired. I had a fucked up sleep schedule, you guys. I'm so tired. Okay, thanks for coming. I hope you all learned something. This was very educational. I learned about islands and stuff. Alright, good night. Good night. And if it's not night for you, good morning. Have a good day, good afternoon. It's darkness. It's okay. Bye-bye. It's darkness.